Yes, great afternoon, GAVarkadz! Ayun, magandang hapon dito sa Pilipinas. At sa UK naman ay magandang umaga. Ayan. At sa ibang panig pa ng mundo ay magandang tanghali ba? Tsaka gabi. Ayan. So may mga nauuna sa atin tulad ng Australia, Japan, nauna yata ng, hindi ko alam kung 1 hour. So something like that. So yun na, welcome GAVarkadz at nandito tayo ngayon. Nabubulo na naman ako. Nandito tayo ngayon sa ating great talks, conversations with inspiring people. And our special guest is, as you can see on our banner, he is from London, GAVarkadz. Ayan. So at bago ko ipakilala ating special guest, alam kong tulog pa yung iba at malamang katatapos na magsampay naman naglaba. Ayan, so share po natin ating live streaming at para mas marami pa tayo, maka-good vibes. Namamalat talaga ako, no? O para akong ngayong hapon palang parang pagod akong naging singer. Ayan. So ayan, shoutout muna kay Eva Villa Eda dito sa GAV page YouTube channel. And we are, waiting. Maraming salamat at pakichismis na natin to. At later meron po tayong special paroleta, gabroleta, sponsored to us by our special guest, Sir Ronnie V, of course. And so, i-chismis na ito sa ating mga lifers group at sa iba pa nating mga GAVarkadz. Kaya mukhang napakatahimik pa na hapon. Actually, sobrang init. Sobra. Alam mo ba yung kaliligo mo lang pagkatapos pawis ka na naman. Parang naligo ka ulit sa pawis. Yung mga ganun, di ba? So, in GAVarkadz. And I know na excited din kayo na marinig itong ating special guest. Yung kanyang, about sa kanyang career, sa kanyang life story, and backstories ng kanyang mga success. Yung mga struggles niya, yung kanyang mga kinaharap na mga obstacles, mga troubles in life. So there are so many things that we're going to know about our special guest that we will be inspired, motivated, and it will help us to keep going. That's one of the best thing about our guest dito sa Great Talks. So masyado yatang mataas yung aking, ayan, camera, masyadong mataas. Ayan. So narinig nyo naman ako loud and clear. Ayan, at konti pa lang tayo, hindi ko pa ilalabas yung special guest natin para naman maya-maya marami pa makarinig ng kanyang mga unang mga pananalita. Unang pananalita. So alam niyo na yan sa GAVarkadz, diba? So okay lang ba yung kulay ng aking screen? Parang napakaputi ko na naman yata. Ayan, so bagong goalie na naman yung buhok ko, GAVarkadz. Bagong goalie na naman no? Ayan, so welcome. Shout out to my Sisi Athena in Bristol, UK. Ating International Director for GAV UK, Miss Athena Alcantara, for bringing us another special guest na makakasama natin ngayong hapon. Ayan. Hello to Chica Vlog. Shout out to my Sisi and GAVarkadz. Hello. Kumusta na kayo? Nakahakot na ba kayo? Ayan, aking lookalike brother. And shout out, magandang hapon kay Nanay Yolanda Mirador. Ayan, so good afternoon, magandang buhay. Ako magandang buhay po sa ating lahat, Nanay Yolanda. At ako sama-sama po nating samahan kami ngayong hapon, GAVarkadz. And I'd like to thank, of course, Sexy Needs and kasama natin dito sa ating control. Ayan, maraming salamat. Hello to the Lifers Group from Chica Vlog. Ayan, maraming salamat. Alam niyo na ha. Tamsak Dan, Ulysses Regala. Thank you so much, Ulysses Regala. Ayan, and hello sis and GAVarkadz from Miss Athena Alcantara. Ayan, GAVarkadz, maraming salamat. At ngayong hapon, ayan, konti pa, malapit na tayo. Ayan. Hello Sir Ronnie V del BARRIO from Sisi Athena, of course. Good PM GAVarkadz from Ulysses Regala. Mega love shoutout Cervic from Miss Ria Lumagbas. Ria, nung nakaraan nalagpasan ka ng gabroleta. Ang tagal mo, 48 years, wala ka pa din. Anyway, may next time pa naman, di ba? Ano mo ngayong hapon, di ba? Ganun lang naman. So, kaya push lang tayo. Push. Ayan. Hello po, madam, from Sir Ronnie. Ayan, to Miss Athena Alcantara. Ayan. And GAVarkadz, eto na. Siyempre, papakilala ko na. Ang bonggang-bongga, pakinggan nating mabuti ang ating pagpapakilala sa ating special guest. Dahil sa pagpapakilala pa lang sa kanya, ay makikilala natin at maramdaman natin, maisip natin kung gaano siya ka-successful at kung gaano nga bang pinagdaanan din niyang mga pagsubok bago siya makarating sa tugatog ng kanyang tagumpay. Wow, Tagalog na, di ba? Kaya nga sayang po sabi niya. Di bali po Miss Ria, na-bless naman po yung iba dahil sa premyo mo dapat. Ayan. Tamsakdan po from Miss Etilin Dakotan dito sa ating GAV YouTube channel. Tamsak share host. Thank you so much to Gems Channel. Hello Gems Channel. And thanks sir from Sisi Atina to Sir Ronnie. Ayan. Maraming salamat. And GAVarkadz, I would like to introduce to you formally our special guest this afternoon. He's a London-based dancer, model, and choreographer with a 30-year career as 30 years of career as a cultural performer, dancer, and creative collaborator. He is one of the founding members, chair, and creative director of the Lahing Kayumanggi Dance Company in London, and creative and communication lead of the Philippine Baranggay Folk Dance Troupe in Manila, the longest-running Philippine folk dance troupe of its kind, promoting Philippine cultural heritage through music, song, and dance. Wow. He gained his Bachelor of Science in Commerce, Bachelor of Secondary Education, baka ito siguro, and Physical Education from the Philippine Normal College in Manila, and went on to become a principal dancer at the Manila Metropolis Ballet. Our special guest also has numerous Westend theatrical credits behind him, including South Pacific, directed by Craig Revel Horwood, Miss Saigon, Hey Mr. Producer, Rocky Horror Show, among others. He has his modeling credits and it includes worldwide campaigns for Barclaycard, Nokia, Microsoft, BT, and Virgin Mobile, Body Shop, Z's, and Hermenegildo Senya, to name a few. In 2017, he partnered with the UK actress Fiona Wade for Dance 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 on ITV, a UK celebrity dance of competition. Fiona and our guest had previously worked together in Miss Saigon. Ladies and gentlemen, wala nang mahaba pang sasabihin dahil lang napakaganda ng introduction para sa ating special guest this afternoon. All the way from London, UK, let us welcome Sir Ronnie V. Del Barrio. Palakpakan. Ayan. Sir Ronnie, where na you? Ayan. So medyo naka-off pa siya. Ayan. Ito na siya. Sir Ronnie, welcome po. Kumusta po kayo?
Welcome.
Ayan, sir. Sige po,
Good
greet na po.
afternoon to everyone and good morning, Europe.
Ayan. Sige, sir. Greet niyo po inyong family, mga friends, mga ka-work, anyone.
Just want to greet all my friends, or probably they'll be watching later.
Okay.
Recorded naman to, di ba? So,
Opo, it's a recorded live. So they'll be watching the recorded
they'll
live.
watch the recorded one.
Ayan, malamang
So, yeah.
tulog pa yan.
So, to all my friends back home, mabuhay.
Yes. Mabuhay. Ayan. So, Sir Ronnie, so shoutout muna natin mga bagong dating ngayon. Shoutout to Queenie Bazaar. Ayan, magandang hapon, sir. Good afternoon din. Sir Ronnie V. Del Barrio is our UK and international artist and very successful in life. #1 choreographer and first Filipino model in the UK. Wow.
Really?
Diba? Ayan, from Sisi Atina Alcantara, our international director for GAV UK. Sir Ronnie, ayan, ano po ba itatawag ko po dapat, Sir Ronnie? Ano po ba
Just Ronnie. Just call me Ronnie. It's okay.
Ronnie? Wag na pong Ronnie lang, may naaalala po ako. Charot. May naaalala, may pinaghugutan pa talaga yun. Ayan, so, ano po to, sir? Del Barrio po talaga ang surname niyo, sir?
Yeah. Del Barrio is my
So,
surname.
medyo may shortcut kasi yung pangalan mo yun, no?
Oh, yeah. My full name is Ronaldo.
Okay, edit ko lang, sir. Ayan, so para kompleto. Ayan, GAVarkadz, welcome everyone. Ang ating special guest is nasa London, UK ngayon. So, tanungin naman natin kung paano siya napunta ng London, so kailan, at ano yung kanya mga naging struggles, adjustments. So, madali po ba kayo nakapag-adapt sa culture? Nahirapan ba kayo? So, have you studied a few of the languages being used, or sa bagay, British English, no? So, would you mind to please tell us our GAVarkadz?
Basically, napunta ako ng London after nung world tour namin ng 19 something.
19 something ang GAVarkadz sa mga nagtatanong, basta 19 something yun pero hindi forgotten. Okay sir, go ahead
Kaya
po.
hindi siya forgotten. So, with the Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe, which I'm still part and a member of the group as their creative and communication lead. It's based in Manila. But basically, after a tour, I sort of like auditioned to one of the dance company in the UK, and then sort of like audition from the different three different countries, Australia and also in one in Canada. But then I choose the one in the UK because it's part of Europe and close to, because of the different cultures and different sceneries and different cities. I fell in love in Europe, so I choose London to come over. But luckily, I did get the uh, became like a member of this dance company in Birmingham, another second largest city in the UK. So the name of the company is Kokuma Dance Contemporary African Contemporary Company. So basically, I'm the only Asian who's a member of this Black African Contemporary Company, which I kind of like was so happy and was so grateful that I've been part of that. Then after that, it became so easy for me to do other stuff. So managed to do other commercial modeling since then. And then lakasan ng loob, kahit hindi marunong kumanta, but then I'm a very, very good dancers. I'm very good dancer, so I managed to kind of like audition to Miss Saigon.
Wow.
So that was 1993. So yeah, after that I was in Miss Saigon for quite a while, for 4 years. Then leaving Saigon, doing other different musical in the West End, like Hemi's producer, Rocky Horror Show, and South Pacific, um, and other fringe plays around in the UK. And aside from that as well, while I'm doing that, I'm also been active helping the community and also promoting our Philippine cultural heritage here. So I'm one of the founding director of the Lahing Kayumanggi Dance Company since 1994. So it's our 27th year this time. And then the Philippine Barangay in Manila is we're celebrating 75th anniversary this year. So we're doing a lot of activities online because of the pandemic, and so as with the Lahing Kayumanggi as well. So after that, I mean, there's a lot of things happening. I think it became like struggle wise less ang struggle ko because I'm kind of like very easy to adapt to the community, to people, and to the environment I was in. So it's not been difficult for me. Yun lang, pero syempre, hindi pa rin mayaman because of what I do. Everything I do is more a lot of um, charity works within the community in promoting our culture. So
Wow.
yun. So, and of course, I work with Athena as well in the community. So,
Sa
if you
London
know
po 'no,
Athena,
sa UK.
London, yeah, sa UK.
Wow.
Kumari ko rin
Kumbaga
siya.
mm. Narinig naman natin 'no kung gaano siya ka-active hindi lang sa kanyang para sa kanyang personal life, sa kanyang mga achievements na pansarili o personal, success. So, sir gaano po kahalaga sa inyo yung, matatawag nating, maging maligaya, maging masaya at makatulong tayo sa kapwa? So, bakit naging part yun ng inyong parang advocacy or, is it your passion already to help other people also?
I don't know. Maybe it's in my nature,
Okay.
And then of course through my passion with you know with through dance, um, that gives me more um, way to kind of like share my talent because through dance it can give you love, can give you a good kind of like visually, you know, it gives that kind of comfort and for well-being as well. So good for your mind, for your body. So, and when you share it, there's something different feeling about it. So it's nice. So, and also helping people, and of course, sharing our true identity as a Filipino through our dances. That's a good kind of advocacy at some point.
Wow, okay. Meron akong tanong sir 'no, kasi actually, hindi niyo po na itatanong wow, huwag niyo na itanong. Charot lang. Shoutout muna kay Aling Marieta. Aling Marieta, Marieta Julian, maulan na hapon kaya pala sobrang init, maulan 'no, nag-uulan na pala sa labas. Shoutout
Oh, yeah.
Winona Diaries, shoutout also, welcome, maraming salamat sa pagtamsak at share ng ating live dito sa GAVpage YouTube channel. And Gavrikad, sa inyong mga friends na nasa work pa or may ginagawa, so they could actually watch this recorded live later on dito sa GAV Community FB page at ganun din sa GAV page YouTube channel. And hello down si Maria Taulian from CC Atina. And sir, yun na nga, when I was in high school and college, I am also a cultural dancer sa school. Yun po yung pinaka-PE namin no,
Yeah.
so, no, school and college. So part po kami ng Maharlika Dance Troupe naman sa Zambales dito sa Pilipinas. Our trainer na buhay pa hanggang ngayon, no, si Sir Zosimo. Sa bayan niya, dance troupe naman siya. No, yun. So sa tingin niyo sir, kasi pag pinapanood ko yung ibang sayaw ng ibang tulad ng Malaysia, yung sayaw nila Indonesia, tapos yung Thailand. So, yung Thailand medyo malayo sa Pilipino yung sayaw eh. So yung paano nga ba madi-distinguish sir yung sayaw natin, yung mga folk dances natin, cultural dance, dun sa ibang folk dances or cultural dance ng ibang Asian countries. So para magkaroon din ng kalinawan yung ating mga Gavarkads na nakakapanood ng sayaw din ng mga ibang Asian.
Yeah. It's actually, we've been so blessed and so lucky na we have we're so rich, not only in natural resources, not only with people with different destinations, but in dance, so many from the northern to the southern part of the Philippines. Now, the only way you can distinguish all the different dances, there is a lot of familiarities about it and similarities. In the southern parts, the Philippine dances, there's a similarity movements that you can find somewhere in Malaysia and also in Indonesia. And there's similarities of movement and dances and culturally with the influence of the Chinese. So you can see and you can also hear within the music as well and the storytelling. And with the northern part and some of our indigenous uh, communities in the Philippines, there's a part of that because everything is um, nature, land. Um, there's for me there's some sort of like an influence, the dances from you can find somewhere in Southern America or in Africa. You will be able to kind of like distinguish the similarities of how the Cordillera people with all the beadworks and the weaving of their the clothes. There's a similarity of how they put the weaving, with the nature, with trees, with the mountains, with the ocean, with fire, with people. Even the Aborigines you can find in Australia. So there's some kind of like a similarity in language how they put them through dance as well. So yeah, if you think about it, this kind of like one of the things that the Philippine Barangay in Manila is trying to kind of like put more research into this kind of work, to identify or to re-identify and to get all these features of similarities within our neighboring countries and also 1,000 years ago probably.
Yun naman. So Gavarkads, it only entails also no sir talaga napakayaman ng culture natin no. Kasi
Yeah.
nga dahil sinakop tayo ng iba't ibang mga lahi, iba't ibang bansa. So yun.
Exactly, as you will know anyway, before the Christianity, before it became like most became Christians, we are like our forefathers, like Malaysian, with the Malay forefathers. We basically you know, we have this kind of Malaysian culture that you can find still up to now, right? Like in when you go to Mindanao and you go to a different part of Visaya and even in the part of Luzon, we are more like a Maharlika kind of thing in that sense. But of course, when the Spaniards came, everything kind of like shift and change culturally and traditionally because we sort of like adopted European culture at some point, especially the Spaniards. So that's where all the changes of the ways, the mannerism, the how we talk, how we traditions wise, most of that we got it from the Spaniards. And of course, we still have intact traditional culture and life and lifestyle of the Mindanao. And of course, let's not forget our cultural bearers from different communities, you know, from Davao and Bukidnon, all the Manobo, the Bagobo, all the Tausog, all the Baloy from from the northern Cordillera region, all the Igorots. We have to think about them that you know, we are borrowing their lands at some point. So we make sure na tayong lahat, na kailangan pahalagahan natin ang kanilang kultura na hindi mawala. So I'll tell you more. I think, next time I'll guest here, I'll tell you more about yung foundation about regarding about this collaborating and partnering with the indigenous communities around the country. And hopefully kayo rin makatulong din kayo on that.
Yes naman. Thank you so much. So, GAVarkadz, so, sa mga bagong dating, pinag-uusapan namin yung about sa mga cultural dances natin or yung mga folk dances na may similarities talaga malaki. Pagdating sa mga dances din ng mga Asian countries. So, like Malaysia, Indonesia, totoo yan, pati sa China, di ba? So, iba-iba. Sa ano rin, sa mga Spaniards, di ba?
Yeah.
Meron tayo. So, yung habanera, meron kasi kami habanera Narcisenia, sa Narciso
Yeah.
Zambales, yun malamang. Yung mga habanera, saan po nag-originate yun?
All the habanera, soltera, all the polka, all the different step that we getting from the Philippine folk dance, they were like we got it from the Spaniards.
Okay.
Mostly or most of the step, like the polka, the waltz, they were like European steps that we adapted. Basically, of course, diba, with all these rich Spanish and also the rich Filipinos, the time during that era, they all bringing all what you know, the style, the clothes, the ways. Uh, Kumbaga parang ang kultura ngayon, di ba? We adopt the culture of doing the hip hop or breakdancing from America and jazz, and then ballet from Russia. So we're all getting that culture from different places. So the same thing what happened during the Spaniards time. Kung ano yung uso sa Europe, especially sa Spain, dinadala nila sa Pilipinas. Ultimo yung mga damit, yung mga panuelo, yung mga kimona, yung butterfly sleeve, kung makikita nyo yung evolution ng costumes o evolution ng mga damit nung araw, makikita nyo yung changes from the 1700 to late 1800s to early 1900s to the 40s, and the 50s. Kaya yung malaking bell na yung natin sa kimona, unti-unti nagiging siya, balintawak or butterfly sleeves na na-adapt paunti-unti na babago. So makikita niyo yung difference ng costume as well. So sa sayaw ganun din. Sa musika ganun din. That's why even with all the strings instrument na nakita nyo, gitara, octavina, bandurria, they all kind of like influenced by the Europeans, of course, mainly with the Spaniards.
Ang GAVarkadz, nako, sa kailangan na natin mag-aral about sa history talaga. Diba? Mga ganyan. Ma-review tayo. Ayan. Nako, thank you so much, Sir Ronnie. And of course, gusto mo na welcome ang mga bagong dating. Ayan, salamat. Shoutout to Geraldine Rabasano. Hello, gandang hapon. And to Sir Francis Tanseco. Magandang hapon, Sir Francis. Maraming salamat.
You should get Francis Tanseco. He's a very good friend of mine. We
Wow.
did we did together a show called Mother Souls last 2014, I think it was, in Manila. It's life of our, First Lady Imelda Romales Marcos at the time. So about her life, about her struggles, and about her being a mother. And Francis Sanseco also wrote, co-direct with me. So wrote the lyrics. So we work with other people, different good artists in Manila. So yeah, and of course invite Francis, and he will tell you more about. He's got another one, musical, that he's trying to put them all together about life of Nora Honor. So
Wow.
may mga fans ba dito kay Nora? Go with Francis.
Ah,
She'll
yan.
tell you more about that.
Yes, yes. This,
As also I'm collaborating with him on that as well.
thank you, Sir Ronnie. Sir Francis, so see you soon po. We'll be coordinating it also with us.
He's based in the US at the
Wow,
moment.
the US. So welcome once again, Sir Francis Tanseco. And good afternoon, everyone, from Team Together, our program coordinator for Great Morning GAVarkadz na morning show naman natin, talk show dito sa GAV community. Thank you so much from Olongapo City. Ms. Marian Univiernes, hello sa inyo, Bunso. Diyan sa San Narciso, Zambales. Vinci and Cruz, shower out from, I think they're from Tarlac. Sherdan po, maraming salamat, Vinci and Cruz. Ayan, binabati ka sa Ronnie ni Ma'am King Tugade.
Hello.
And Ma'am King Tugade is also a senior high school principal at the Mondrian Ora College here at the Subic Bay People Zone and the SBMA. Ayan.
Oh, if you
At
need anything, sir, regarding about the Philippine folk dance, to get in touch with our page, Philippine Barangay page on, and
okay.
also just email us, and then we'll be able to help you. If you need anything about the Philippine folk dance,
Wow,
we're most
salamat, sir.
gladly to share and
Ma'am
help.
King, alam niyo na. Ayan. Shout out also to Ivan Board 18. Tamsakdan po. Maraming salamat sa aking inaanak. Yes, Sir Ronnie Vidalbayo will help. Thank you so much, Sisi Atina.
Thanks,
I
Athena.
love Northern culture. I used to be a folk dancer, di ba? Nandito yung mga folk dancer, si Ma'am King Tugade. Ayan.
Hello, Ma'am King.
Oo nga, no? Hindi ko alam folk dancer ka rin pala. Ako din imagine 8 years.
I mean, it's good. Actually, it's a good exercise as well. It's, we think
Apo.
about the folk dance. It's like, the movement. It gives a good satisfaction as well. It's good for well-being. At the same time, you're promoting you know, your cultural
Yes.
heritage.
O yun, ayan. We worked with the Bayanihan before, sabi ni Ma'am King Tugade. Thanks so much, Ma'am King. Ayan, hello daw to Miss King Tugade and hi Miss Atina Alcantara from Ma'am King. Mega love shoutout Sir Gab and handsome guest. Wow, from Rachel Esma.
Hi, Rachel.
Yang ka na
Hi,
naman.
everyone.
And hello to Sir Francis Tansega from Miss Atina Alcantara. Yan. And GAVarkadz, pinag-uusapan natin ngayon kasi si Sir Ronnie po ay more on sa kanyang mga cultural shows na kinabibilangan. He's a cultural dancer, choreographer. Sir, ano po sa inyo mas madali? Magturo ng cultural dance, sabihin nila natin, mas mahirap pala. Yung mas mahirap, ituro ang cultural dances natin o yung mga bagong trend ng mga sayaw ngayon. So, tsaka, ano masasabi mong parang advantage na dapat ay pinapanatili pa rin natin ang pagsasayaw ng mga folk dances, especially sa mga elementary and high schools natin dito sa Pilipinas?
I think let's go first with the folk dance, Philippine folk dance. It's much harder to teach Philippine folk dance at some point. Kasi nga, you really have to know the dance, where it came from, the history of the dance, the music, the movements, that you really have to kind of like, you really need to present it right. Lalong-lalo na mga sayaw na galing sa Pangasinan, galing sa Pampanga. They have their values. And lalo na mga sayaw sa Mindanao, you really have to know the steps, yung movements. Kasi may story yun eh. Merong bawat movement ng kamay, ang galaw ng paa, padyak, they all have a story. And you cannot like get that story because yun ang fact, yun ang kinagisna ng mga ninuno. So we have to value that. So yun ang ang hindi naiisip din ng iba na because of what they see in the YouTube, they always got the odd things that they search through the social media. If you're not very careful, if you're not doing your research, you might be copying a wrong one. So you always have to get the resources right. You can only do that if you go with the right Philippine dance group who's been in the Philippines and who've been promoting and preserving, our dances for quite a while, like the Benian, the Ramonubusan, and of course the group Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe. Those are kind of like I could think the main top, three, now they will, do the right thing. And of course, there's a lot of other companies as well doing it, different companies from different universities who are doing the right thing as well. So, but of course, teaching the folk dance, you really have to get the right resource person, you know, the the right reference of the dance itself, right institution and right people. You really have to do that rather than you are doing it wrongly. Because makikita nyo naman, yung combination and everything like that, sometimes it can be so hurting. Lalong-lalo na actually sa mga indigenous community natin. Even the costumes, the accessories, they all have a story to tell. So we cannot like not to we cannot ignore that. So we have to get the right and the fact and visually, you know, right. And
So
of
yun.
course, that's for the folk dance. And then of course, when you do other dances as well, is the culture is changing. From what our culture now is like dancing hip hop. What you see on the Filipino uh, Got Talent, with all the groups dancing modern and break dancing, aero, aero kind of like circus kind of movements, using wires and things like that. Those are the culture that's happening now. You know, it's changing, but of course we cannot like forgetting what we have in the past because that can reflect our identity as well. So,
Yun, GAVarkadz. So, no, according sa pagsasalita ni sir regarding dun sa tanong ko nga, ano mga mas mahirap ituro or pag-aralan yung cultural dance and folk dance natin or yung mga hip-hop ngayon? Sa nakikita ko siguro sir, kasi sa mga ibang dances like hip-hop, yung mga modern dance, so pwede siyang freestyle. Unlike sa cultural dance, ang sinasabi mo, tsaka mga folk dances natin, kailangan precise, tama yung movement, pati yung costume, accessories,
yes.
which is true talaga, GAVarkadz. Hindi pwedeng minsan halo-halo na yung mga accessories na sir. Yung suot,
Oh,
pang-iguro, tapos
halo-halo.
yung accessories,
Yeah.
iba yung mga
Kasi,
nilalagay.
for example, in Cordillera, yeah, you really have to distinguish which part of the group or the communities you are representing. In Cordillera, you have the Ifugao, you got the Kalinga, you got the Ibaloy, you got the Bontok, you got the Benguet. So all those kind of things, you have to really distinguish what sort of like the man's wearing G strings, and because there's a history behind within the family, and the status as well within the community, the chieftain, and all the hunters, and all of those kind of different things. The same thing you know, with the tribes that you'll find in the lowland communities in Mindanao as well. You know, from the Tahusog, from the Yakan, they all have different. They have similarity, with the Bagobo, with the Manobo, with the Bukid, with the Bukidnon, yeah, the Maranao. They all have a different, distinguished costume, accessories, and terms. You know, story to tell. Not
Yes.
unlike with the hip hop, is more the movement, how you go with the music, and then you put the music according to how you feel about it, and be more synchronized about it, and then you try to kind of like do different things, and The same thing with the contemporary one. It's more about emotion, going with the movements, going with the with the technicalities, even high technical or not. As long as you move and you tell your stories, that gives you the contemporary feel about it. Not unlike with the ballet is almost similar with the folk that you really have to do the movements right because there's terms, there is techniques, there is rules that you have to follow. The same thing with the folk dance. With the jazz, as long as you get the full techniques that you got from the ballet, and you kind of like more freestyle, but with more dignified kind of different skills like high kicks, jump, pirouettes, and all the grand jeté, and then all the floor works and all the jumps. So those are the different kind of things. It's more about going with your music, going with your theme, going with your story. Not unlike with folk dance, very very specific. But saying that, folk dance tells stories about our lives, in the past.
Yes, ayun, BARRIO. So, 'di ba, so hindi lang basta-basta yung folk dance na sinasayaw kaya nga kailangan precise, kailangan tama yung tinatawag nating mga steps. So, kaya nga there are some sa tingin ko kasi siyempre yung mga classmates ko po noon, mga seniors namin, kasi juniors kami hanggang sa naging seniors kami sa pagsasayaw. Kahit na maliliit kaming iba, pero magagaling kasi kami sumayaw talaga nun, kaya kami yung mga star dancer daw. So, 'di ba, paramihan kasi ng sayaw yan 'no, sir 'no, 'pag nasa group kayo. Kung sino yung
Yeah,
pinakamabilis matuto, pinakamagagaling, paborito ko talaga yung, folk dance din na yan, eh, hanggang sa napunta kami sa mga swing, sa mga yung ngayon na dance sport na nga, 'di ba? So, in
yeah.
anyway, regarding GAVarkadz, sa tingin ko may tanong din kayo tungkol sa itatanong ko kay Sir Ronnie. So, Sir Ronnie, ano ang kaibahan ng singkil at saka ng tinikling? Okay? So, kasi parang parehas, 'di ba? So, may kawayan parehas. So, ano bang kaibahan po nun? Pangalan lang ba dahil magkaibang pinanggalingan na tinatawag nating mga tribe or lugar ng mga sumayaw or anything? Please enlighten us about this.
But basically, it's not because they use the bamboos
Okay.
and they go hip. When they go, it doesn't mean like they use the same materials like bamboos, and they go and they dance. They hop in and out between the bamboos. It doesn't mean the same dance. It's totally different thing.
Okay.
Tinikling is a dance where you imitate the dance of the birds called tikling, which is originated from summer in Leyte.
Okay.
So and also the first thing was been researched by our national artist Francesca Reyes Aquino. So it's also in the book. So there's a materials also where the barangay also adapt that material from Lola Kikay. So that is the tinikling. So of course became more popular with the singkil because of the regality of it, because of the colorful costume, because of
Okay.
the background, because of the music. The music is from the singkil is from Mindanao, okay, and it's a royalty dance based on the legendary call of this a bird or gandingan. It's top of my head, but basically it's a Muslim dance that you'll find in Mindanao. And it's a royalty dance which dance with the prince and the princess with their, the royal, it became like royal extravaganza. But there's a lot of different story of Sinkil. So if you can search Sinkil, there's a lot of also different interpretation of Sinkil. So you really have to kind of like give these thoughts and research it more further, because in each group as well they have a different representation of Singkil from the Bayanihan, from Busan, and also from Barangay. They have the different story to tell, but it's all based on the dance in Mindanao. And also the instrument they use the kulintan, they use the gongs, they use the bakan, you know, and you can see the music using those percussion instruments that you'll find in Mindanao. It gives good melodic and a really strong sense of, you know, identity of the Mindanao regions. And Singkil is a very popular dance, as you can see. So,
Ayun. Tsaka mas ano, tama nga naman 'no, napaka-regal, napakabongga nung singkil
mm.
compared dun sa tinikling 'no?
Tinikling mostly dance on the different festivities because of its fun and there's a story of like, you know, doing it in the fiesta, you know.
Yeah. Sayaw sanayon kumbaga, parang gano'n
Yeah,
sir.
like all the in different body fiesta, different festivals. That's how we perform the tinikling all the time. And it's
Yes.
fun within the with all the time, with all your neighbor, trying to do it. It gives that kind of like a game kind of sort of things when they try
Yung
to
yung
imitate. The
may
same thing
interest.
like when you dance itikiti. This is a folk dance. The folk dance also like it imitates not only the ways of the people, not the lifestyle, but also it imitates the different movements of animals, you know. And with that, that
Sana
gives an identity to have like the way that the our Philippine duck itik moves. So we have the dance for that. We also have a dance of kalapati because we're very fond of of the doves, right? So we have those dancing, and there's a lot of different dances though the through the dance from the countryside that it gives stories as well. Like for example, sayaw sa bando. Sayaw sa bando. Why do we dance it? Or the Filipino dance during this festivity? Because sayaw sa bando is more like a dance of asking for a baby. It's for fertility kind of dance during the um, Mahin yata, during that festival of fiesta. They do dances in Bulacan basically. So,
So yun, naku, GAVarkadz,
you know,
napakarami talaga at napakayaman ng istorya ng mga kwento regarding our folk dances, our cultural dances in the Philippines, no? So yun, at dahil dyan, welcome sa mga bagong thing. Shout out to Tito Mark Julian, good PM po, and hello from Sisi Atina. Hello, Ma'am
hello.
Atina Alcantara from Mark Julian. Rachel Isma, maraming salamat. Miss Arena, Silario Wangut, hello din sa'yo. Before we use folk dance in a modern dance and in a promotion or agency for audition. Sir, what can you tell about this, yung tinatawag nating modern folk dance? So, ano ba to? Okay lang ba tong modern folk dance? Hindi ba to nakakasira ng tunay na tunay na halaga, itsura, dignity nung tinatawag nating mga folk dance talaga?
Phew.
'Di ba? Modern folk dance. Ginagamit po 'yun sa mga schools, lalong-lalo na kapag panahon ng mga selebrasyon ng buwan ng wika. So kasama ang mga patimpalak na mga folk dance na 'yan. So anong masasabi mo dun sir, yung mga modern folk dance?
There's no such thing as modern folk dance. If it is a folk dance, it is traditional. So the only way you can make it modern at some point is how you presented it.
Okay.
But make sure when you presented it, it doesn't lose, is not losing the real identity and the real essence of the dance. You can be able to kind of like mix it a bit with how you want to do it, because I'm sure I know in all these schools, like on the field, we always do like a field demonstration
Yes
because
sir.
it's part of the physical education program. So they use it, the costumes and the whole things, and then they'll put it in a modern context. Like for example, they'll do they group one with all the costume. Of course, everything is being um, created according to what it is because it's a mass production of the costumes, and they will choose the music differently. They'll use the music of the tribal from different countries, but because of the vibrancy of the music, they use that as a tools. So with that, it's no longer a folk dance. You will say it's more as a creative dance. So
Okay.
let's say a folk dance when you use it in a modern context. You can use it as a creative thing, but make sure do not use the costume of what it should be on the dance. Be creative more of how you do it. So so it's totally different. You can use a step, but there's no name into it, then that's okay. But do not say a modern folk dance when you really like identify one dance or there's a name to that dance that is not real. So
Yes,
you cannot
ayun,
do that.
dapat
That's a
that's
really a no-no.
so, sinasabi
The,
po ba yan sa mga schools o kaya sa mga nagbibigay ba ng ano, ang parang Folk Dance Association of the Philippines or whatever? Is there any circular or any, parang concern from our folk dance society sa Pilipinas o wala?
I think we have already, we have one of the main institution in folk dance who really put all together all the research and the second resource or something like that is the Philippine Folk Dance Society. All the materials, mostly of the dances that being danced by the different groups are all there. All the dances that's been researched by different people from the DepEd, from MAPE, from different universities who's major in dance, also kind of like preserved in the institution. Um, they do give workshop every year, and they go around on different places to hold the workshop. The Philippine Folk Dance Workshop happens during the summertime, around either May or 1 week, which is also been attended by different teachers, supervisors, or folk dance enthusiasts around the Philippines. But of course, for the last 2 years and this year, that's everything is on hold because of this. But most of the workshops has been gone on to different places, like in Pangasinan. Sometimes they were in somewhere in Zamboanga or somewhere in Iloilo or in Cebu or in Tarlac or in Vigan. Where also is a gathering of all the physical education teachers as well to learn. So from there, they will know. Hopefully, those people who attended the folk dance, they know what is do's and don'ts. You know, when they try to pass it on or when they are trying to teach the Philippine folk dance.
Yes,
And
yun lang.
if there's also uncertainty, they can always email some certain group as well. And of course, you can always ask. There's Cultural Center of the Philippines Arts Education Department who can give you a lot of knowledge about our cultural traditions. And the same thing with National Commission, the NCCA, National Cultural Commission and Arts. Something NCCA, Commission, National Commission for Culture and Arts. There you go.
Ayun, National Commission for Culture and Arts, NCCA, no, sir, ayan.
Yeah, and also there's NCCA Commission and Dance as well. So everything you can see it as well. You can Google it. There's a lot of dances that we recently did it from, which is participated by different dance group around the Philippines, the Dance Exchange, and they also have the Tesaya Pino at the moment. And then recently as well, the CCP did you can visit the CCP website, go with the Tuloy Po Kayo, which participated by different groups, dance group, theater groups, arts. They all have all different programs in there, and we did it for 2 weekends. This is kind of like an online pasinaya, you know, which happens every year. So you can see all the different groups who perform there, all the different galleries as well, different. They did the workshops over there, which you can always learn and see to get more knowledge about it.
Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan, sir. Sana gumawa si Ronnie ng libro about, IK? Ano po itong IK?
Ilang
O
LK
LK?
means Lahing Kayumanggi.
Lahing
Yeah.
Kayumanggi. So maganda yun. Ayan. So shoutout GAVarkadz sa mga bagong dating kina Catherine Valencia, maraming salamat sa patamsak, and to the Lifers Group, Etelyn Dakotan, Jubilin Samyon, ayan, maraming salamat sa pagla-like, share, at maraming salamat. Yung tama yun, sa Creative Dance dapat pala ang pangalan nun, hindi po siya modern folk dance. So dapat makorek talaga. No? Alahin niyo po, iko-correct ko din yan sa mga kilala ko. Ayan. Hello to Michelle Esmeralda. Dan Thomas, I can share po. Thank you so much. Harang by isang malaking China oil. Yan, harang is ads natin dito sa ating YouTube channel. Maraming salamat sa pagyakap. Ayan, Jessica Garcia, salamat sa patamsak and welcome once again. Ayan, Vincian Cruz. I agree, Sir Francis. Ayan, hintayin po natin gagawa man lamang si Sir sa Lahing Kayumanggi. Sir Ronnie ng book. Shared done. Regine Garciano, welcome. Ayan. So, GAVarkadz, ang ating special guest ay si Sir Ronnie Del Barrio from London, UK. We're talking about more of cultural dance, mga folk dance. So kasi at times natatabunan tayo ng ibang mga bagong sayaw o yung nakakagista na natin ng mga modern dance, mga folk dance, interpretative, kung ano-ano pang mga dance. Pero alam niyo, totoo lang, nakaka-enjoy manood. Masarap sa feeling pag nanood kayo ng folk dance. Yun ang totoo. I-try nyo sa mga hindi pa po nanonood kasi baka pinapanood nyo lang puro mga K-drama o kaya mga ano. So try nyo rin sa YouTube. Sobra kayong ma-amaze. Ganon kagaling, ganon ka-colorful yung ating culture, yung ating folk dance. Totoo yan. So nasasabi ko yan kasi, dati din po akong folk dancer. Alam ko kasi yan. So hindi naman ako tatagal ng 8 years para doon ko spend yung PE ko, di ba? Nang hindi maganda, hindi ka mag-enjoy. Tsaka talagang iba yung feeling nang ina-express mo bilang isang Pilipino, yung lahi natin na talaga namang napakayaman sa kultura. Wow, di ba? Ibotan niyo ako. Charot. Ayan, welcome everyone. Siyempre, shout out. Yung street dance, iba naman sa folk dance. Soon TikTok folk dance naman. Oo, kung ano naman. You know bakit? Di ba Sir Ronnie, napaka-creative kasi natin mga Pilipino. Yun ang totoo. At hindi lang tayo naman pala, huwag nating suluhin. Creative din po yung iba lahi. Tamtakban from Russell Respicio. And good afternoon po Sir Gav and Sir Ronnie.
Good afternoon.
Sir Ronnie, regarding naman sa Miss Saigon. So, paano ka naman dito? Gaano ka katagal din sa Miss Saigon? Ano yung naging role mo doon? So, how was the feeling? Usually, maraming Filipino talaga ang pumapasa doon. At saka sa mga roles, paborito ba talaga ng mga nasa Miss Saigon, ng mga Filipino singers at mga performers? So, would you mind to please tell us?
Miss Saigon is a very good experience. Kasi nga, sabi ko nga sa'yo, I'm more as a dancers and as a choreographer and direct kind of different shows. But going to a theater itself, it was like my very first time na lakasan ng loob. Sabi ko, sige, audition ako. So, first time nag-audition ako, at to be honest, the first time audition ako, wala. Kumbaga, parang, nag-audition ako first time. They didn't get me straight away to be part of the show. So basically, they asked me, because my singing wasn't great, so they put me in a school, in a Miss Saigon school here in London, to learn more. But my dancing was very good. So there's a moment over there like okay, malapit na. So pinag-aaral ng music. Talagang siguro sintonado ako, ganyan. So medyo 1 month nag-train ako sa school. So okay naman siya. And then there's new cast change that time. That was early 1990, late 1993, I think. There's a cast change. So there's 12 people leaving the company. So they have to re-audition us. So I auditioned. Hindi rin nuloy ako nakuha that cast change. So they took one of my friends who is a very good singer, but he cannot dance. So basically, he became like a cast member, rehearsing for a month, or for 6 weeks rather. But then on the after a month, so there's like 2 weeks remaining before the new cast will perform in Saigon. Tinanggal siya kasi hindi makuha ang mga sayaw. So they asked me if I can do the show. So they offered me the job as a swing. So, okay. So, ang lakas ng loob ko, okay lang ako ng okay. Sige, go. So in 2 weeks, I have to learn different parts of different the Vietnamese role, Asian role. So there are 10 of them. So you really have to know what their lines were singing, their blockings, their movements, kung saan sila nakatayo, ano yung sayaw nila, kung saan sila nakalinya. So meron akong parang Bible book that I have to write down and take note every time. And they only have like 2 weeks, you know. And within that 2 weeks, kabado ako kasi dami kong pag-aaralan, di ba? And they already been rehearsing for a month. So for that 2 weeks, just like, okay, carry din to, carry lang. So the time, you know, when they opened for the new cast, premiere night namin, you know, one of the Asian got sick. So went for a time off. So ito ako, biglang pasok, walang rehearsal. Gola ng show. Eh may linya. So there's a part on the breaking of the house. There's a line where I have to sing, "You are the woman we came," or something like that. So there's no words came out when it's my turn. I just say da 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 da. And then the conductor is looking at me from the pit. Huh? So there's no people from the backstage, from the stage manager, from our company manager, from the cast itself, and some of the Filipinos who's, you know, my friends who's there on stage because some of them they didn't know the show fully, and me on, you know, missing my lines, they were laughing, and even I was sweating, really sweating, feel so embarrassed. Since then, I worked really hard to kind of like learn and do it more. So I became like a better swing. And then later on, kind of like got understudy of the club owner, and then got understudy from different parts as well. So yeah, it became a good, good training for me, understanding how it works, you know, being in the theater. So that's why I managed to kind of like learn how to direct, learn how to put things in productions, learn everything how, especially when you go from a different shows from one production to the other. And it's still up to now. I'm still learning, doing things, you know, still collaborating, still doing partnership with other people as well, with other companies, you know, and helping as well. So
GAVarkadz, narinig nyo, first, second try, wala. Pero, nung hindi ka pumasa, sir, maganda dun, no? So, you train for singing, then second time ulit, wala na naman. Hanggang sa, pero dumarating yung punto ng time na yung ganyan, yung may nagkakasakit, yung hindi dumarating. Parang yung mga break, ganyan eh. Yung mga break, usually, kagatin mo na agad. Andyan na break mo, di ba?
yeah, true.
Ayun,
That's
totoo
why
yung GAVarkadz.
huwag mong palalagpasin at some point.
Yes.
Kung,
Kaya,
kung halimbawa, kung halimbawa yung kaba mo tsaka yung fear, kapag yun ang nauna, you will miss the opportunity. So kumbaga, kapag meron ka na you can do it and you can share it and you can, you know, you can feel it whether it's right or not, just go for it.
yes, GAVarkadz. Marinig niyo yan, ha?
Just go for it.
Oh, ayan.
Just go lang.
Yes, go lang talaga ng go. Ayan. Shoutout muna kay Sir Jeremy Roy. Hello daw, GAVarkadz. Ayan. And hello, Kuya Ronnie del Barrio.
Hi, Jeremy.
Roy. Ayan. Shower out. And hello to Sir Jeremy Roy from Sisi Atina. Hello, Tio Alcantara from Sir Jeremy Roy. Shout out to Wendelin Tapales. Maraming salamat sa patamsak, Wendelin. And to Queenie Bazaar, welcome again.
What do you mean by tamsak?
Ano po, nilalike yung live
Okay.
natin, yung video. Ako rin dati may tamsak. Alam mo kasi tamsak, ano? Tamsak, ano? So, Tagalog word. Alam niyo naman mga Pilipino. Tamsak, dikit. Pag dikit naman po, ano yan, subscribe. Okay. So,
Okay.
dikitan niyo ako ganun. So, yung harang, ads naman yung harang.
Okay.
Yung MLSO or MMLSO, mega love shoutout yun. Di ba? Ang dami nakakatawa. So that's the sweet spot, di ba? Kapag yung totoo yan, that's why there are things expect the unexpected, and sometimes kahit hindi ka mag-expect, meron pa rin expected. Di ba? Ayan, you believe and you are happy about it. Di ba? Totoo yan. And Sir Ronnie, So, ika nga, so naging mahirap para sa iyo yung training mo sa pagkanta? Ganun ba yun?
Oh, but then it makes hindi naman mahirap kasi I'm not really taking it seriously. So I just like, kumbaga, yeah, things with me, I really don't take it seriously at
Wow.
some point. I just only enjoy it.
Yes.
Anything
Tsaka
what I
ano,
do, yeah.
di ba sir, pag gusto mo talagang matututo ka, di ba? Yung
Yeah.
wala kang
At saka,
hesitation, wala kang
I think
arte-arte. Ganun.
the more you think about it, the more it will stop you to do things.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just like saying to everyone who's here, if you love to do it, you just go for it. Don't do it because of you want to prove something from people or from your friends. Do it because you enjoy it. And there's a fruit, the good fruit will come out from it. So just
Yes,
go do it.
totoo yan. Just do it, GAVarkadz. So kumbaga wala kang inihintay na maging result, di ba sir, no? Just do it kasi susunod naman yung result talaga, di ba? Parang nagtanim, maya anihin, no? Di ba? Maliban na
Yeah.
lang yung umaaning tayo, di man tayo nagtanim.
Oh.
Ayan. Shout out to Jay Sila Banares. So welcome sa ating show. Overthinking leads to paralysis analysis. Totoo yan. Kaka-analyze mo ng mga bagay-bagay. Na-paralyze ka na, na-stuck up ka na doon. Hindi mo na alam gagawin mo. Thank you so much, Sir Jeremy Roy.
True.
Destiny talaga.
Yung sinasabi nga ni Jeremy na talagang it's paralyzed the whole thing. It's really true. It's better not to expect things, in life as well. Because the more you expect things, it hurts you when you did do the right result. Diba? There's always something, analogy, sabihin ko lang na when you trying to expect and what you want to happen straight away, nothing's happening. But when everything, you're so relaxed about it, it will come naturally. I think there's a power, there's a universe kind of energy that people has to believe it as well at some point. Di ba merong mga point sa atin na sa Pilipinas, nag-aantay ka ng taxi, gusto mong makauwi. Hindi ka makauwi, walang taxi. Kasi you're rushing, di ba? But then there's a point like, you're so relaxed, di mo alam kung uwi ka, nasa labas ka lang, ang daming taxi, di ba? Dami, puro bakante. Pwede kang anytime. Pero kapag gusto mo, hindi ka makakarating. That's why you have to lead the whole thing where it leads you. Whether it's bad or good, it's an experience.
Apo, to yun. Pag kailangan mo yung isang bagay, wala. Pag nagmamadali ka, wala talagang masakyan.
Diba?
Kaya ganun.
Kung gusto mo manalo ng sweepstakes, ng lottery, hindi ka mananalo kasi iniisip mo lagi. Huwag mo isipin, natapon mo na yung ticket, nanalo ka.
Correct, di ba? Ay, naku, GAVarkadz. Alam niyo na ngayon. Ayan. So, may nagchat-chat. Oo, nasa show, nasa live ako, di ba? Sensya na po kayo mga GAVarkadz. Pag may makukulit talaga. Shout out, Ivory Tugna, welcome. Ayan. Ready to receive and letting go, sabi ni Sir Jeremy Roy. And that is how the universe works. Wow.
Yes, Jeremy.
Parang kanta na naman yan. Born for you ba yan? It's as if the powers of the universe inspired to make you mine. Hello to Rosin Cultura. Salamat po sa patamsak. Ito na naman yung patamsak. Salamat sa papuso. Thank you so much. And GAVarkadz, bago pa kami mag-proceed sa ilan pang mga tanong, ang bilis ng oras. Naka 1 hour na tayo, sir. Grabe, nakaka-enjoy naman kasi pinag-uusapan natin. So, parang wala naman tayong pinagsimulan, pero nandito na tayo sa 1 oras at 5 minuto. GAVarkadz, ibababa ko na yung banner natin regarding our special raffle. So, you could comment our hashtag great GAV, ano ba ito? GAV Great Talks yata. Oo, nalimutan ko. GAV Great Talks. So, tingnan nyo mabuti. So, we'll be giving 10 winners of 100 pesos loader GCash sponsored by Sir Ronnie, our special guest this afternoon, GAVarkadz. So, yun. So, mga GAVarkadz, so, hashtag lang, okay? Huwag nyo naman pupunuin na 10 hashtag. 2 lang siguro. At siguro pa tulong lang tayo sa ating program management team. Kung sino man nakakarinig sa aking tinig, alam niyo nang gagawin. So pakilista yung ating mga GAVarkadz na sasali sa ating pa-hashtag at special raffles sa ating GAV Roulette. Ayan, thank you so much. Sir Ronnie, meron pa akong tanong eh. Nanawala yata ako sa isip ko ng tanong na yun. Oo. So yung sa, 'di ba, sa mga ginagawa natin, anong mas ano mo, mas preferred mo? Limbawa, may mag-offer sa iyo. Kailangan mo mag tag dito, magkaroon ng twist, ano ba tawag doon? Twist, magpapalit ng genre. So, bibigyan ka ng project, hip hop. At tanggapin mo ba? O, halimbawa, hip-hop ang budget is doble kesa dun sa project na cultural dance, cultural show ipapresent mo. Pero yung budget ng pang hip-hop, doble or triple pa. Alin sa dalawa pipiliin mo at bakit?
What do you mean, like if someone offer
Show,
you
show.
a show?
Gagawa, magdidirect ka ng show, magko-choreograph ka. So, bibigyan ka ng 3 months time to prepare and to parang yung mga artists, yung mga sasayo, yung mga lahat ng participants, lahat, ikaw na bahala lahat. So, ang
Yeah.
budget mo, times 3 or times 2 dun sa budget mo sa cultural show. Magkasabay sila halos ng date. So, isang araw lang pagitan, sabihin natin, ano ang kukunin mong project? Yung sa hip-hop na project or sa cultural pa rin na show? At bakit?
I think I will go for the hip hop because you really have to do and train it really new. Um, you'll choreograph, you'll create new things for that before the production, before it premiered. With the folk dance anyway, because we already have the group who's already settled on that. So you're just only trying to put the repertoire in place together, and for your rehearsal will be fine. So I will take both, not being greedy, but because it's a situation that it's there already. So it's okay for me to take the folk because it's there, it's been learned, it's been rehearsed, and it's a package already because we have the group. But then, of course, with hip hop, it is something that's all you always have to keep creating it, keep choreographing and change the whole thing according to what's the client wants. It depends of the theme. It depends of how the production is gonna go, how the how long is the production is going to be, and of course, there's a certain kind of like ways of how they want from end to finish, and the full production with the celebrity if they have one, or if they have like important people on that moment. So yeah, it's putting that together. It's just more, of course, it will be triple because it should be four times, you know, the
Yeah.
budget for that, because you're paying different kind of people as well, studio and everything like that to rehearse, get the people, get the dancers, you know. But not unlike with the Philippine folk dance, when you hire the group, it's already there. But don't make it cheap for the Philippine folk dance because they also do the right thing of performing and the essence of like putting the whole production as well. It's also four times bigger than the when you do the new production as well, because of costumes, because of putting that in place. So yeah, so as long as you can do it both, it's okay.
Yes naman. GAVarkadz, ang galing ng sagot, no? Akala nyo pipili siya ng isa at i-decline niya yung isa. So parehas, kasi nga may team na nga naman si Sir sa cultural or sa folk dance, di ba? So all he has to do is to arrange with the other projects. So magaling. Gusto ko yung mga ganyang sagot. Pang ano talaga no? Pang director, pang organizer, talagang sanay. GAVarkadz. Walang lusot. Talagang tatabuin tayo sa takin nito pag ganito.
When you get the team, when you get the right team to work with you, you can always like take three jobs at a time. You know, as long that everything is complies with what they want, with all the requirements, and with a good result, then that's okay.
Yes, so GAVarkadz, no? Kailangan lang natin ng right team, right people, di ba? Na may right attitude, di ba? So, tsaka di
Exactly.
ba sir, no, kailangan lang din natin ng ating right instruction. Minsan kasi pag walang instruction, malamang magkakanya-kanya ng gagawin, di ba? So, GAVarkadz.
Yeah, true.
Yan. So, sir, sa yung experience dyan for ilang dekada na ba yan? Tapos, ano yung pinakamahirap na naging struggle mo? Ano to, sa tao? O sa kausap? Alam mo, makausap mo lang yung ganito, yung pinakamay-ari or boss ng magiging show. Anong mas mahirap ba kausap yung boss o mas mahirap yung mga tao na kasama dun sa project? At anong ginagawa mo pag ganun? Kapag meron kang ganun mga struggles or meron kang problema nag-a-arise dun sa situations and situations.
Actually, it's always easy and right to talk to the right person, or to the main contact, or to the main client. Mas madali silang kausap kasi talagang direct and they know what they want.
Yes.
Ang hindi lang minsan kumaganda ang kausap mo kapag hindi na silang kausap mo. When you're talking to below them
Yes.
and then trying to put their own ego, on the project, doon nagkakaroon ng clash because of misunderstanding, because of they want to prove something. They want to kind of like, oh, I want to do this, but you can't because this is what it is. But they want to kind of like insist to do that. So doon nagkakaroon ng conflicts when you have the wrong team. When the mentality is very crab mentality and very narrow, and they want to look best and their boss, they're trying to, that's the bad sign. Then all you need to
Yes.
do is burn them.
Totoo
Just
yan,
kidding.
GAVarkadz.
Just kidding.
Oo, lalo-lalo pag may mga subordinates tayo na parang pabida. So, nakakasira talaga yan. Para sa mga
It is,
politiko din, no?
that's the same thing in the politics, right?
May mga pabida din ng
When
mga staff. Minsan, mas
yeah.
mahigpit pa yung staff. Mas kuripot
Oo.
pa kaysa dun sa mismo nagbibigay. Di ba?
Yeah, the same thing when you're applying for a visa, right? When there's a lot of Filipinos been turned down when they have the right papers,
Yes.
at because na umabot sila din yung Pilipino yung nasa counter, they're trying to be something na sila yung boss, kahit hindi denied ka. Yun ang mentality na nakakainis sa atin minsan. Sorry to say, but we really need to change that mentality, that habit.
Yes, crab mentality, di ba? Ayaw natin nauungsan tayo, nauunahan, di ba? Isa na inggit, insecure. So, GAVarkadz,
Yeah,
wala.
it's more about inggit, try to prove something kahit wala. Or, instead of them to work as a team, instead of them when they know when someone is doing right for the team or for the group or for the project, why not work together, di ba?
Yes.
Bakit kailangan mo sumalungat or why to make kanya-kanya? Kaya tuloy, that's what's happening in a different, even like, that's what's happening in a group or in a business or in a community. There are mga communities in different places abroad, For example, just one group, let's say, group ng Bicol, you can only have like one group that should be okay if everybody works. No. Kapag hindi na gustuhan yung patakaran, yung rules, meron siyang bagong rules, meron siyang gusto, ihiwalay, magtatayo ng ibang grupo. Instead na isang Bicol lang, ngayon magkakaroon ng Sursugon, magkakaroon ng Albay group, magkakaroon ng iba pang group, ibang town na group. So, that's what's happening. That's kind of like things that it's very, kaya hindi tuloy tayo minsan umuusad ng maganda kasi hindi tayo marunong kumilala ng tama.
Ayun, GAVarkadz. Totoo yan, no? Tsaka ako minsan, totoo
Yun
yun.
nakakalungkot.
If you wanted to prove something lang talaga, yun ang nagiging problema. Kapag gusto na natin mag-prove ng something na magaling na tayo, kaya na natin. So kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng pagkakanya-kanya or pagkakahati-hati. Okay, so to speak, GAVarkadz. Nako, talaga naman. Sabi nga ni Sisi Atina, attitudes daw. Okay, importante talaga attitude natin towards everything that we do. Yan. So malamang Sir Ronnie, naging attitude ka na ba sa mga ayan. Pero sa iyo, ano yung pinaka the best mo na quality or qualities kaya nandiyan ka ngayon sa tagumpay na mga kinamasa mo na-achieve mo na? Ano yung mga the best na qualities na meron ka na pwede nating i-share sa ating GAVarkadz para 'di ba malay mo hindi nila alam meron sila noon o wala pa. So para magkaroon at paano nga bang gagawin? Go ahead, sir.
I think if you, kung naniniwala ka sa sarili mo na nakakatulong ka sa ibang tao, napapaligaya mo, and then nabibigyan mo ng tamang payo o ng direksyon, do that. Do that in a way na hindi naman lalaki ang ulo mo, na don't expect anything, or don't put your ego high on that, or anything that you do personally. Just be humble, and then you don't have to, di mo naman kailangan ibalandra lagi.
Yeah.
Di mo naman kailangan na every time that you've done something, you have to show it on the social media. Hindi naman kailangan na meron kang nagawa na ganito, nakabalandra na kagad yung mga certificate and everything like that. Sorry to say, nakadisplay kagad. You know, may mga bagay na ganun na, those are the things that, you know, if it is a personal kind of thing, as long that you enjoy, you know, the development of your well-being, of what you do to yourself and to other people, stay humble, people doesn't have to, you know, don't wait for people to greet you, things like that. You know, all those kind of things. So, and be open.
Yes.
And really be open, open ka, and you know who to, you know, to take all the negatives out on your side. So always good vibes, always be positive. Marami nang namamatay. Kaya hindi nag-enjoy ng buhay, di ba?
Namamatay sa maling akala.
Namamatay sa maling akala. So, yung mga worries and inggit and everything like that, that should be out na kasi you just only have to really enjoy it. Because we cannot predict what's gonna happen next.
Yes, GAVarkadz. The future is unpredictable, ika nga, diba? Kaya nga, ako talaga, it's also good to say, no, sir, don't burn bridges, GAVarkadz. Don't burn bridges. Alam niyo ba, pag sinunog niyo yung tulay, hindi na kayo makakadaan ulit doon, nakakahiya. Oo, di ba? Baka itaboy na kayo, di ba? Nag-burn bridges ka na, tapos kakausapin mo pa ako. So, di ba? Yan sinasabi ko sa inyo. Yan.
Yeah, don't make it too personal as well. The minute you make it personal, wala mangyayari.
Yes.
And learn how to forgive as well.
Yes. Sabi nga ni Vinci and Cruz, tama sir, enjoy lang po and be humble all the time. Diba? Thank you so much, Vinci and Cruz. Maraming salamat. By the way, sir, may nakita kanina ditong bisita na kasama natin nanonood, ang ina. The mother of all lifers, the Lifers Group ay isa sa pinakamalaking grupo ng mga YouTubers, content creators at mga vloggers dito sa YouTube, si Life with Can Family all the way from UAE. Hello po sa iyo at sa lahat ng lifers. Mega love Diamond, shout out. Oh, Diamond na yan mamahalin yan guys. Ayan, welcome everyone. At sa lahat naman nandito ngayon, hindi ko na kayo maisa-isa, napakarami natin. Sabi ko na eh. Hindi, pag may special raffle, mas dumarami pa talaga ng dumarami. So, pero alam natin na blessing ito, GAVarkadz, na kahit konting ano lang ito, alam naman natin nagdudulot ito ng pagkataranta, yung nagmamadali kayo, yung mga sinaing nyo, alam nyo na. Sige, shout out to everyone. So welcome lahat. So, Sir Ronnie, ano pong may papayo mo sa mga entertainers, kapwa nating Pilipino, na nangingibang bansa, tapos yung iba hindi naman na tumatagal kasi yung iba na in love, nauna yung puso at saka puson. So, they wanted to go back but cannot be na. Siyempre, nag-iba na yung weight, nag-iba na yung look. So, nagbabago kasi ang lahat ay nagbabago. 'Di ba? So yun, anong puwede mong i-advice sa kanila? Any words of, encouragement, words of wisdom sa mga kababayan nating entertainers, lalo na dun sa mga biglang yaman, tapos biglang luho din naman. So, anything sir that you wanted to tell our kababayan sa mga entertainers at yung mga nangangarap na magpunta sa ibang bansa, maging entertainers din?
Let's go first for those people who are dreaming to, to go abroad as an entertainers or as an artist. When you do, when you do it for yourself, and then you do it with passion, with love. Um, Dun lang you, that's kind of like a good foundation for you able to share your talent. Yeah, so continue having that. So make it like a joy journey so you can be blessed as well. Because the minute you share your talent anywhere you were, even not abroad, even there back home in the Philippines, as long that you love doing it in any kind of like in any forms of arts, whether it's a dance or music or filmmaking or acting or creating or any craftsmanship kind of thing you want to um, do it with love and share it. That's a good thing. That's a very good foundation. And then those people who made it as well, and then who made it and then lumaki ang ulo, you know, tapos hindi marunong lumingon sa pinanggalingan, that's a no-no. You have to make sure you look back and because you were there on the top, because of the people who loves and likes you. Always remember that. Kung sino man kayo na mga artista na nag-entertain, just always remember that you were there because of us as well. Meaning us who put you there, people, your family, and your friends. And above all, of course, the blessing. So yun. Tapos kung halimbawa bumagsak naman kayo, but because you love what you're doing, don't lose hope. You just learned how to climb up and learn it na hindi na mauulit and then make sure you go in the right direction. Kung halimbawa naman na nahinto because of love, at sinasabi nga ni Gav, dahil sa puson, whatever, joke, okay lang. It's a blessing as well. But the minute you manage to put that and establish as well as a family in any age, even may pamilya kayo, nagkaroon kayo ng anak, or even naging single parents kayo, but still loves of entertaining and performing, you can still do it. That doesn't stop you. Yun ang importante kasi kahit ano man mangyari, if you have that talent and you have that gift, you can always achieve anything. Kahit may mga hindrance pa yan, kahit nadapa pa kayo. Just make sure wag lang lalaki ang ulo. Stay sweet and humble and then always do it for love. Yun. Tama ba yun?
Do it for love, GAVarkadz. Siyempre, love for yourself, love for your family, love for your friends, love for your neighbor. If you love your neighbor, you know that what will happen. Your neighbor will go to your window. Char lang. Good vibes lang, GAVarkadz. Ayan. So, ang dami na yung mga words of wisdom. Tsaka, by experience and with the experiences of others and our own experiences also, we learn GAVarkadz, no? And nagiging guide natin to, nagiging standard at times, guide, at nagiging natin to. Kumbaga parang, ano ba yung may iba pang term, pero ayan na natin, basta guide natin para hindi na tayo magkamali masyado. Konti lang, konti lang. So, di ba? Tsaka wag nating sasayangin, di ba sir, na yung mga opportunities, pagkakataon, kasi malay natin, minsan lang pala yung kumatok, hindi mo na pahalagahan, di ba? Kailangan pahalagahan, GAVarkadz, ang lahat.
At saka kapag halimbawa meron mga opportunity na hindi naman na hindi nyo kinuha, meron naman darating. So don't lose hope.
Yes, may darating, hindi lang natin sure kung ganun kalaki o kung ganun, 'di ba? Alam mo, pero ganun talaga. Ika nga, pag di kasi tayo ready, pag di tayo prepared at dumating yung opportunity na yon, nasayang natin. So meron pa naman talagang iba, yun nga lang hindi nakatulad siguro nung panghihinayangan natin dahil hindi tayo naging ready. Okay? So magiging topic ko po yan sa kapehan sa GAV bukas ng umaga. Kwentuhan sa umaga, no? Yung ating ready ka na ba? O ready ka ba? Ganon. So pwede kayong ready ka bang mamatay? Pwede rin. Ready ka bang magpatawan?
Don't fear death.
Yes.
Everybody shouldn't fear death. Kapag ready kayo, when you enjoyed life, things can happen. Kung death naman siya, is another journey. So don't fear it.
Yes naman.
So let's celebrate it.
Let's celebrate life, GAVarkadz. Kaya less hate, less may at times we hate. Hindi naman yan excuses sa atin. Pero ika nga, let us choose pa rin to be kind. Ako talaga kind ako with animals, with people. Sa Thailand, sabi ko nga hayop nga inaalala mo yung pa kayong tao na naging part ng buhay mo, di ba? So yun. So GAVarkadz, so ang ating hugot pa more, sabi ni Kuya Andy. Ang kasama yung hugot, GAVarkadz, sa success. Oo. Kung wala kang hinugot, walang success. Di ba? Ganun lang yan, di ba? So yun. Thank you so much. Ayan, at welcome sa lahat na nandito ang ating mga GAVarkadz from our GAV PH YouTube channel. Welcome everyone. GAV Community FB page and Joseph Mendoza page, FB page. Maraming salamat. So Ronnie, thank you so much. Siguro sometime ibabalik din kita ulit para siguro kayo po yung magbigay sa akin ng topic na pwedeng pag-usapan. So para may share natin ulit sa GAVarkadz natin. Maganda yung you promote actually. You are promoter, advocate ng ating culture, especially ating folk dance. GAVarkadz, sa folk dance talaga, yung culture ng ating lalo-lalo yung ating mga kababayan, yung mga katutubo, yung mga minority groups, mas naiintindihan natin sila, mas mapapamahal kasi tayo sa kahit kanino kapag alam mo yung background. Diba? Alam mo kung bakit siya ganyan, bakit ba to tamad? Ganyan kasi siyang pinalaki. Diba? Nung kanyang magulang. Alamang. So, ganun lang yun. So, sa tingin ko, importante talaga, GAVarkadz, hindi lang sa tingin ko. Diba, Sir Ronnie? Tama at tama talaga na we should know our past. We Filipinos, we should know our history. We should know our folk dances, our culture. And we need to love our own heritage, GAVarkadz. So maraming salamat, Sir Ronnie. Alam ko nga, ngayon na ay mag-aalas 12 na ng tanghali. Tama ba?
Yeah, 11:28.
Nag-almusal ka po ba, sir?
Coffee.
Wow, hindi po almusal yan. Pampainit ng sikmura at pampa-acidic. Shout out everyone. And GAVarkadz, so hinintay ko lang GAVarkadz ang hindi po resulta, wala pong contest. Hinintay ko lang yung isi-send a message ng ating program management team regarding yung mga nag-hashtag na mga entries para sa ating paruleta ng GAV from our sponsor, Sir Ronnie Del Barrio. Ayan. Naisip ko Del Barrio. Iba pala yun. Artista. Del Barrio pala. Ayan. So, Sir Ronnie, saan po kayo sa Pilipinas?
I was born in Tondo, Manila. Okay. Pero ang family ko is from Pampanga as well, San Fernando.
Kapampangan eh. Wow.
Pero naman magkapampangan.
Hindi ka marunong. Pero totoo ba na manyaman yung mga Kapampangan?
Sana.
Wow, manyaman rin Kapampangan eh. I'm also half Kapampangan, half Bicolano naman. Parehas hot. Napaka-hot ko po. Pero hindi po ako mainitin ng ulo, okay? GAVarkadz. Pasensya ko, abot hanggang Canada, promise. Okay? Shower out. FB and YouTube. Yan. Ako, ang daming mga entries ngayon. Shower out. And welcome everyone. Sir Ronnie, kung meron ka pang isang mensaheng gustong iwan naman sa ating mga kababayan, especially sa mga nasa abroad, yung mga migrante, yung mga nakatira na dyan. So, hindi gusto kong message na iwan sa kanila. Siguro especially yung mga nasa UK, dahil ang dami nating mga kababayan dyan. Feeling ko, grabe, no? Ang laki ng Filipino community dyan sa UK. So, What
Yeah,
message do you wanted to share to our kababayans na nakatira na sa ibang bansa at sa mga OFW? Please go
I
ahead po.
think the only thing I can say is to all the Filipinos, the OFW, and also the Filipino community in the UK and around the world. Now we should kind of like learn uh, to respect one another and love one another and be supportive of one another because that's the only time and that's the only way it's a power is a great tools na yun ang dapat nating gawin as a Filipino. Yung unity ba na it is solid rather than, you know, always on a different direction. So we have to be more united. We have to be more precise of what we're trying to do and portray as a Filipino, especially we're living abroad. Who lives abroad in that sense. So yun lang, gusto ko ano, more unity, more love, and more respect.
GAVarkadz, love, respect, support, unity. Di ba? So, napaka-importante talaga nun yung respeto na kahit na ano pa yung gusto mo, eh may gusto siya eh. Di ba? May gusto rin siya. So, di ba? So, kahit anong ano yun, kahit anong areas, kaya gusto nyo ang isang parehas na lalaki o parehas na babae, eh may the best man and women win lang. Di ba? Pagalingan kayo man libre o pagalingan kayong magpakabulaklak ng dila.
Oh,
Ngayon, respeto din siguro sa ginagawa. So marami pong mga shows na ginagawa, iba-iba, mga Pilipino. Napakalaki naman ng community. Kahit sa Pilipinas, ang daming online shows. At saka, pag sa Pilipinas lang ba kailangan online shows, Pilipino lang ba makikinig? Hindi naman, di ba? So nasa ibang bansa din. Napakalaki po ng marketplace.
exactly.
Di ba? We cannot cater all. So that's why napakahalaga na marami talaga. May tao na dumating. Ang ingay na aking mga pets, pasensya na kayo, GAVarkadz. Ayan. So welcome everyone. Wait lang.
Yeah.
Ayan na po. Ayan. Salamat. Ala, masyadong excited. May dumating.
Kumakanta rin sila ngayon.
Opo, kumakanta
They're just,
sila. Ayan.
they're just cheering you, Gav.
Opo, salamat po, salamat. At GAVarkadz no, so hashtag lang kayo. Ay sir, mag-message ka naman sa iyong sa iyong pamilya na nasa Pilipinas. So sabihin mo kung namimiss mo na sila o namimiss ka na nila. Yung, di ba? So please tell your message. Kung may special someone ka din, kahit kung nasabihin pangalan, yung message mo na lang para na mapanood niya to, di ba? Go ahead, sir.
I just want to say, of course, I miss my family back home and my friends back home. So it's been quite a while because of the pandemic as well. So I haven't been back home since 2018. So want to go back. Hopefully, all things change. We're planning to have a reunion in December with my family, and also hopefully the Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe will celebrate our reunion in December as well. So yun, and of course I want to see all my friends, and I want to visit all the my uni, where I came from, where I studied. If all my professors still around, my old friends, my classmates. So yun. So just I want to say hello to all of you. Make sure you all have all the love and always keep safe and always stay healthy. Not only goes to my family and friends, of course, goes to all the Filipinos back home and also around the world. Make sure stay healthy and follow the rules.
Follow the rules, ha? May law ang classroom nyo.
Or else.
Okay?
Diba?
So, pag
And
nasunod...
also, Gav, I just only want to everybody to follow the page of the Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe sa Facebook. Please follow and like yung page. And also, we have a YouTube channel, PBFDT since 1946. please do follow because we are putting all most of the good videos of the group, the dancers, the Philippine dancers over there. So follow us in our social media platforms, Philippine Baranggay, and that'll be really good. And you'll be able to in touch with me on that.
Ayan sir, share ko lang sa screen natin yung FB page natin ng Philippine Folk Dance. Folk Dance. Hindi lang ako. Folk Dance. Pumupok Dance. Patente na kayo mga GAVarkadz. Alam niyo naman pong bulol ako talaga. Eto na, share ko lang yung page. Ako nakapag-like na ako agad. Alam niyo na yan. So mabilis po ako sa mga ganyang like. Ayan. So GAVarkadz, nandito naman tayong lahat. So bisitahin niyo naman, okay? So huwag kayong matutulog na hindi kayo bumisita dito sa Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe na FB page. Yan, like or follow GAVarkadz.
And you can like also my Ditse production.
Ano po yun, sir? Eto,
Ditse production.
Ayan, na-like ko na po. Ano pa pong gusto nyo pa-like? Wala na ba? Ayan. So, Ditse production GAVarkadz ha. Ito, nandito lang sa baba nyo. Makikita nyo agad.
And also
Ditse.
yung Moda de Filipina.
Moda
de Filipina is my other project where I collaborate with all the different fashion designers back home. And we promote it here in the UK and Europe.
Ayan, di ba? May mga Easter, Happy Easter, mga folk dance presentations, no? So, GAVarkadz, kung gusto nyo maging aware.
Ito yung singkil. Nakita mo yung singkil.
Ito nga, di ba?
Dance. And you can
parang
see me.
ikaw yun, sir,
Ako nga yun.
GAVarkadz, di ba?
Yeah.
Kung galing naman.
And there's also a link of the things we did recently at the CCP, yung tuloy po kayo. If you scroll, if you go to the main page again.
Ayan.
Go to the main page. That one, up.
Ito po.
Hindi, yung isa. The next one.
Ito po.
Yung isa. Akyat ka.
Akyat pa po.
Baba. Baba pa.
Baba pa. Aha.
That one.
Alin
tuloy
po,
po kayo. Yan.
Ito.
Yeah.
Tuloy po kayo. Sige, bubuksan natin itong tuloy po kayo sa YouTube.
If you can click it, you can see the YouTube. You can like that as well. And please do share. That'll be really good if you can share it.
Share natin, GAVarkadz, sa screen para makita nyo po yung tuloy po kayo. No? Ayan, tuloy tayo, GAVarkadz. So, this is it. Ayan. So, yun. So, hindi na natin ito-play, sir. Baka po tayo alam mo na, ma-copyright. Diba? Ayan. So, yun siya, GAVarkadz. Kaya play natin.
Hindi kayo maka-copyright. Andito naman ako, so it's okay.
So, ikaw pala yan, sir. Wait lang. Hindi pala ito naka-share yung tag doon, audio. So, babalikan ko po. Wait lang, GAVarkadz. So, pakinggan na natin at panoorin saglit habang kayo ay nag-ano kayo dyan. Okay, GAVarkadz. So, pakinggan na natin.
Welcome everyone. Tuloy po kayo to our simple barangay of the Philippine Normal College. Our home is your home, where we share with you some of our native arts. The word barangay originally was the term used for the boats used by our Malay ancestors arrived in the shores of the Philippines during the pre-Spanish era. Later, the name became synonymous with the word barangay, which means friendly association and harmonious living, adopted by the Philippine Barangay folk dance troupe. For the past 75 years, the Philippine Barangay have traveled to the different stages of the world, opening the window to the culturally rich and complex history of the Philippines. It all started with the pioneering vision and leadership of the troupe's founding artistic director, the late Dr. Pacielo Agnes Del Monte, who back in the 1940s developed a regular dance class at the Philippine Normal College, now a university, into a formal dance troupe, which soon became a sought-after addition to both local and international. Diyan din nauso, Gav, yung troupe was led by the great director of field demonstration.
Okay.
Many citations and awards both nationally and internationally over the years. The most prestigious being the Philippine Presidential Medal of Merit Award, Patnubay ng Kagalungan Sayaw,
and Dr. Belmonte was personally awarded the GAV City para sa Singing at Sayaw, the Philippine Centennial Awards, and the Gintong Bay Awards, and many more others. Today, the Troupe continues to carry forward the legacy of its founder through research and showcasing of the diverse multicultural Philippine dance landscape with its many unique customs, traditions, various religions, depicting the fun-loving and friendliness of its people through the performances of the native arts in their authentic form. This year, the Philippine Baranggay celebrates its 75th anniversary, making it the longest-running Philippine folk dance group of its kind. And as we set sail for another 25 years, we roll out with new plans for attaining our mission of educating new audiences towards appreciation, preservation, and promotion of Philippine cultural heritage. As a result of the pandemic hitting many communities hard, sheer passion and determination to continue to dance has transformed our industry, showing its resilience by developing new virtual platforms, providing new perspective, making us stronger, embracing the new normal, continuing to create and collaborate in sharing positivity. At the Philippine Barangay, we continue to work closely with the CCP, the Philippine Folk Dance Society, and NCCA, and others, with most of its members being teachers and educators. The Troupe has had a significant impact on the development of the Filipino youth's values and appreciation of their own culture, arts, and traditions, particularly traditional folk dance and music. We say thank you to the CCT for putting together the very first online multi-arts festival entitled Tuloy Po Kayo, which we are proud to participate in. And as you travel with us, we offer a glimpse of Philippine culture through the music and dance of our Muslim brothers. Tuloy po kayo sa Kamuruhan, Mindanao.
Wow, 'di ba? Ang galing naman talaga. GAVarkadz actually may katuloy pa 'yun eh, no? Hindi ko na po siya naituloy po. Ayan mga ano ba to, sir? Sayaw ba to?
Yan, sayaw yan. It's really good
panoorin
dance. You
natin
can share
tayo
it, yeah.
naman.
People will enjoy it.
Ituloy po natin to. Ayan, habang sa nag-enjoy naman tayo. Sa tinignan ko lang naman kasi yung reaction ng mga GAVarkadz, baka ano kayo Ayan, sa diretso natin to GAVarkadz. Mukhang maganda to. Sayaw, sayaw, sayaw.
ito naman yung singkil.
GAVarkadz, ito na yung singkil sa mga singkil natin.
And also, Gav, the Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe, the members are composed of students and teachers from different university as well. So once it's also open, when when everything is okay to for the rehearsal, we will invite other people as well to come and join us. If you're teachers or student, you're welcome also to join the group.
Ano yung sa pag-join ng group, sir? They just need to message the FB page, inquire about it?
Yeah, you can inquire. You can always email info@pbfdt.com.
Okay.
So
And GAVarkadz,
once everything is open. And most of the members, they are like voluntary members of the group. So talagang lahat ng members as well, they have the passion to do this. Ayun ako yung nakapayong. This was this performance. It was we did it last 2011 when we celebrated the 65th anniversary at the CCP. And here's the princess coming.
Sir, may nagtatanong ulit, ano daw ibig sabihin ng singkil? Sabi ni Roslyn Cultura.
Okay, sandali I'll give you the full things of singkil. Well, singkil basically is a folk dance of the Maranao people from the Lake Lanao. Is depicting one of the episodes in the epic poem of Baranggay, which been popularized by the different groups before during the 50s time with the Bayanihan and also the Philippine Barangay Folk Dance Troupe. It's retelling of an episode of the Maranao Darangin involving the rescue of the Princess Gandingan or Adiwata. It's a popular dance performed during celebration and other festive entertainment. Originally, only women, particularly royal dance, singkil, which serve as either conscious or of advertisement of potential suitors, which is the prince. And the dance itself there's a heavy rings worn on the ankles of the Muslim princess, and a kulintang and agong ensemble always accompanies the. So that's singkil. And you can see here anyway, there's an influence of the Malay and the Indonesian feel on the dance as well. Malay because of the Muslim. Okay. So we're developing our YouTube channel, which is PBFDT since 1946. We'll put a lot of different um, groups, dance in our page, so it can be like a guidelines for all our teachers and also DepEd, different schools, so they can see the proper way of doing it as well. Please do share this. That'll be fantastic for everyone. So many more people to be able to see it. There's a version of Sinkill where the prince use a shield and you can hear the kulintangan and the drums and the gongs.
Ano, palakpakan din tayo, GAVarkadz. Galing, di ba? Wow, talaga naman. So, thank you so much. Di ba nakaka-enjoy manood, GAVarkadz, tong ganyan? Kaya kung sa inyo, manonood kayo talaga.
Wow, thank you.
Ay!
Salamat po.
No, it's okay, it's okay. That's fine. That's the ending anyway.
Not going anywhere. As a tuloy po kayo.
Okay na ba yun, sir?
Okay na yun. It's okay.
Ayun.
That's just my
Ako,
last.
anything more? So, you could invite our GAVarkadz to watch more. So, maybe marami pa kayong videos dun sa YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're putting more videos. So I'm just putting everything in place. So hopefully by end of this month, there'll be a lot of not only the dance, also music as well. Because we
Ayan.
have the rondallia. So you'll be able to use our YouTube channel as a guidelines, the proper guidelines for you to learn our culture dances.
Sir, bago lang tong channel niyo, no?
Actually, matagal na siya, but we kind of like thinking kung how we gonna do it, how we gonna develop it. But now we got more idea how the branding should go because now we're celebrating 75th. So it's time for us to kind of like embrace it and share it. Because normally we don't really put our dances online. But of course, as you said, there's a lot of people seeing different dances in the wrong way, wrong music, wrong dance, wrong costume. So at least for us, we need to share. You know, as long as you subscribe with us, you'll be able to see, you know, the true Philippine folk dance. We're not
Yeah.
because our group is the closest that you can, you know, the authenticity is the closest one you can get. So yes, basically.
GAVarkadz, binaba ko yung link ng PBFDT since 1946 na YouTube channel. So let us connect, of course, GAVarkadz to the YouTube channel of our guest, Sir Ronnie. Ayan. So andyan ang link, GAVarkadz. So alam niyo na gagawin niyo, ha. Dikit-dikit. I-full package yun, ha. Ako
Thank you
dumikit
very
na ako.
much.
Full package, okay? Click the notification bell, GAVarkadz, and select all. Siyempre, para pag may mga new videos, mga new uploads, so alam nyo na gagawin. Okay? Alam na this, okay? Alam na this. So, GAVarkadz, so let us subscribe, of course. So, medyo matagal na daw yung YouTube channel, pero kasi nga hindi naasikaso, alam nyo naman. So ngayon pa lang yung masikaso ulit, most probably. Ayan, so i-share ko rin sa screen, GAVarkadz, yung YouTube channel para makita nyo kung anong itsura, baka may kamukha. So siguro wala naman tong kamukha, no? Ayan. So ayan, GAVarkadz. Nakita nyo na ba? Nakita nyo ba? Siguro nakikita nyo. Ayan siya, oh. So naka-subscribe na ang GAV PH YouTube channel. So mamaya, marami pa po kayo sa subscribe. So ayan, nandito sa natin kasi, no? Yung mga kasama pa natin. So GAVarkadz, nasa ating program management team, mga GAV host and artist, at lahat ng ating mga lifers group, ang mga YouTubers. So ito na, subscribe tayo sa PBFDT. Ayan, since 1946, ito yung Philippine Baranggay Folk Dance Troupe ba to, sir? Ayan.
Yeah, folk dance troupe.
Ayan po, akala ko folk dance team eh. Dance troupe po, GAVarkadz, hindi dance team, no? Iba yung team, oh. Alam niyo naman team, ha?
Yeah.
Ha? Ayan, so GAVarkadz yun. So dikit-dikit tayo, ha? Kailangan, ano yan, bago matapos tong show, maging 150 requirement, di ba? Ayan, so bawalan tamad, no? Dikit-dikit lang. Ayan, so maraming
Thank you so
salamat
much.
sa mga dumidikit. Dan dikit na si Lynn Calderon. Ang bilis ng mga comment, di ko tuloy makita. Dan dikit, maraming salamat, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Dan Pulpak from Francesca Garcia. Maraming salamat. Sino pa ba? Aha. Dan na po from Rachel Esma. Thank you so much. Dan dikit, Kalembang po. Pag Kalembang yung notification bell po. From Eva Villaeda, maraming salamat. Ayan, sino pa ba? Basa-basa. Aha. Dan from
Share
Julia
po,
Enriquez.
so,
Ayan, salamat. Oo.
Thank you, Julia.
Dan dikit, Pametin Dakotan. Thank you. John V.
Thanks,
Vlog.
Natalie.
Dan na po, dikit, Kalembang all. Thank you so much. Ayan. Sino pa ba?
Thank you,
Kalkalin natin. GAVarkadz, thank you so much for your support. Alam nyo, hindi ito simpleng bagay lang. Kasi ito yung tinatawag nating unity, support, tulungan, di ba? So hindi naman tayo palakihan lang ng mga YouTube channel, kundi support tayo sa mga advocacy, adhikain, yung mga campaigns natin, yung tinatawag natin, we promote awareness, di ba? Yung mga awareness, mga ganun. So aware, di ba? Ayan, maraming salamat. Sir, pwede sasayaw din kami mga team lifers po ng ganyang sayaw sa LS ni Sir Gav. Oo naman. Pag ano na, hindi kayo pwede magkita-kita lang eh, no? Hindi pa pwede. So, salamat, GAVarkadz. Nako, sobra kayo nakakatuwa talaga. You're all amazing. You know, guys, you're amazing. Yeah, you know, salamat po kay Sir Romeo. At taga Davao pa ito, no? Davao diri, ayan. Maayong buntag, hindi na pala buntag, gabiin na pala. Nasana ako sa umaga. Yan tayo, no? Ayan. So, sa naiiyak sa sobrang namimiss yung saya ng singkil kay Salwapito. Kapatid natin tong Muslim ba tawag doon, Sir, o Maranao? Ano bang kaibahan ng dalawa?
Maranao. Yeah.
Maranao. So, Muslim, yun yung religion. Tama ba?
Yes.
Ayun. So, thank you so much. Dan Pulpak po, Sir Host from Roslyn Kultura. Maraming salamat, Miss
Thank you
Roslyn.
for subscribing,
so much.
Rosaline.
Desiree, salamat. Dan na po. Sabi yan, Desiree Sophie Kadaying. Salamat.
Thank you, Desiree.
Ayan.
Pakishare rin po yung, pakishare lang. Laging to your
Jerry
other friends.
Kauman, salamat sa pag-subscribe. Ayan, salamat.
Jerry.
Sino pa ba? Wait lang. Hindi ko na yata makita masyado. Salwapito, Dan Pulpak, manonood ako mamaya. Di ba? Thank you so much. Pag kang iyak nanonood lang. Nanonood lang, huwag iyak. Rachel May Bayadog, salamat sa patamsak. Michelle Esmeralda, thank you so much sa patamsak.
Thanks,
wow, talaga naman. To the Lifers Group at sa lahat na nandito. Ivan Borda, Dan na po, thank you. Crisanto Sumala, Pulpak, Sir Gab.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ayun, ako, sino pa ba hindi ko nababasa? Wala magtatampo masyado pong maliit yung mata ko para makita lahat.
Pakishare them with your friends. And
Yes,
families.
oo. Yung link, GAVarkadz, so alam niya na. Ayan, Lynn Calderon, salamat. Sa
Thank you,
pagdikit, salamat, Lynn Calderon. Sino pa ba? Ayan, backread. Ayan, so mukhang na-backread ko na. Sino pa yung mga bagong dating? Ayan. Salamat, GAVarkadz. So, wag tayong magsasawa sa paggawa ng mabuti. Alam niyo na yan, ha? Choose kindness, ha? If you choose Philippines, choose kindness. Ayan. Sabi ni Jonah V. Vlog, naalala ko high school days, ganyan mga sayawan. No? Mahirap kasi sa elementary yan, eh. bihira yung elementary kakayanin yung ganyan sayaw, no? O more on you high school talaga. O, lalo na sa sa MAPE. Di ba? When Elaine, Petahin, Malaki, thank you so much sa pa-subscribe to my
Thank
YouTube
you.
channel. Si sila, thank you so much. To Tito Mark Julian, salamat sa pa-subscribe. Marami. Vincian Cruz, thank you rin sa pa-subscribe. Yan tayo TV, sir, ang ating technical director sa GAV community, si Direct Janual ng Yan Tayo TV. So maraming
Thank
salamat.
you so
Direk.
much.
Kasama natin siya dito sa backstage actually. Ayan,
Thank
maraming salamat. No, ayan. To Anani sa Atop, Tusokdan. Patamsak na rin papadikit po kay dito sa PBFDT since 1946 na YouTube channel natin ng ating special guest GAVarkadz. Thank you so much. Ayan.
Thank you,
Thank
Alisa.
you so much. Maraming salamat. Ayan. So sino pa ba? Mga bagong dating. Welcome everyone. So wag tayong magsasawa. Okay? So I think ready na yung ating special raffle. Ilalabas ko na may ating paruleta at mabilisan lang ito, GAVarkadz. And let us share this paruleta natin. Nasaan na ba yung ruleta? Saan kayo nagpunta? Ito na, GAVarkadz, sa ating GAV Roleta. So tignan nyo mabuti mga pangalan nyo kung nandito na, pero may idadagdag pa ako dyan sa Gulimun eh. Wow! Ito na. Copy-paste. Ayan eh. Copy-paste natin to. Daming entries GAVarkadz, 10 lang yung mananalo. As of now, ang entries natin nasa 70 na yata. Ayan, di ba? Malay yung dagdagan ni Sir. Charot. Ayan, edit ko lang yung ibang mga bagay-bagay ng mga pangalan nyo rito. Aha. Okay. So far and so good. Ayan. Aha. Okay, 66 entries, GAVarkadz. So kung may madadagdag man later, idagdag na lang natin. But so far, so good. Hindi naman malayo. So far lang, no? Ayan. Bakit medyo maliit yata yung ruleta? Tama ba? Carry naman. Ayan. So GAVarkadz, sa tingin ko simulan na natin to GAVarkadz kasi manananghalian na po si Sir. Baka nagugutom na po yung mga kasambahay niya. Okay, everyone. Napakadami, di ba? So ayan. Simulan na natin GAVarkadz. At sa ating program management team sa GAVPH, maraming salamat. Sisi Atina,
Thank you so much.
ating International Director for GAV UK, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Atina.
Sisi Atina Alcantara, of course. At sa lahat, ayan, ito na ang ating unang winner. Yeah, bebe. Tutok lang GAVarkadz mag-say present. Okay. Lalong umiinit ang gabi dahil sa paruleta. At ang unang winner, GAVarkadz, ay walang iba. Faith Dolores, say present. Faith Dolores, ayan, mula sa Lifers Group. Shoutout ulit sa ina ng lahat. At to Life with Gan Family YouTube channel. Ayan, maraming salamat. So Faith Dolores tuloy. Saan ka na? Say present. Ayan, Faith Dolores. Ayan, say present. Hello din kay Welago. Hello sa iyo, Wells. Shower out sa kapatid ng ating technical director, Direct Janual ng Yan Tayo TV. Nasaan na si Faith Dolores? Natutulog ka ba? So, ipapaikutan ko na itong ruleta kapag na-announce na yung bagong winner. So, forfeited ka na. Hindi ka na, okay? So, sige, yan ang rules natin para masaya. Para mabilis ka.
Yeah, baby.
Say present ka lang, Faith Dolores, hanggat di pa na-announce ang kasunod na winner. Dahil kung hindi, ito na, nag-present siya, GAVarkadz, Congrats to Faith Dolores. Ayan, nasan yan? Present, ayan. Direk, ikaw na ba magpa-flash sa screen? Sige, ikaw na lang. Salamat. Ayan. Ang next winner natin, Jobel Reynoso. Ayan. Jobel Reynoso, shower out. Nasaan ka na? Jobel? Jobel Reynoso, next winner. Say present, Jobel. Ayan. Siyempre, salamat GAVarkadz sa ating special guest kay Sir Ronnie Del Barrio from London, UK. At sa kanyang sponsorship. Ayan. Faith Dolores is here. At si Jobel naman, nasaan ka na, Jobel? Jobel. Ay, magpapaikot na tayo ulit ng Ruleta GAVarkadz. Kailangan makapag-present na si Jobel. Shuffle muna.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Wala pa ba si Jobel? Andito na si Jobel direct. Pa-flash na lang. GAVarkadz, andito si Jobel. Ayan. Okay, thank you so much. Our second winner, congrats. Our third winner is another Dan. Lalaki. Andy Aquino. Kuya Andy. May panload ka na sa bulay. May panload ka na sa bulay. Kuya Andy, say present. Ay, hinihingal ako dun ha. Kuya Andy, say present. Sa ano to sa FB? Medyo delayed po doon. So yan. Present na GAVarkadz. Ayan ha. So papaikot na ako ng kasunod na winner. Shuffle muna tayo. Shuffle. Ayan, paikutin na.
Yeah, baby.
Kuya Andy is here. Congrats sa'yo. Pangatlo yan, GAVarkadz ha. Ito pang-apat na. Nandito po kayo lahat, GAVarkadz. So, i-confirm naman yan ni Pabebeng Diva, yung ating texting staff. Next winner, Queenie Bazaar. Queenie Bazaar, say present. Ayan, titignan ko rin yung yung message, baka may bagong dinagdag yung ating sexting staff. Ayan, meron ba tayong bagong dating? Sexy na staff, meron pong mga bagong dating idagdag natin. Oo, nakikita ko si Ingwela Go, bago lang yon. Sino pa bang mga bago? Yung sexy nating si Nida Marie Julian Mendoza. Oo, idagdag mo na yung mga bago, okay? Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much din po, Sir Ron. Akala ko si Direk yung nag-message. Si Sir Ron. Ayan. Sir Ronnie, kailangan mo na bang umalis?
Okay lang ako, okay lang.
Okay lang.
Thanks.
Sige pa. Congrats to Queenie Bazaar. Congrats. Ayan.
Congrats.
So, wala na dagdag. Oo. Nasa na ba yung ating Pabebeng Diva? Di ka ba wala ba tayong additional? Nagtatype pa lang po siya. Yung ating Pabebeng Diva. Oo, may mga bago kasing dating, nakita ko yung mga pangalan nila. So, yun. So, pa-add na lang tayo. Andito ba si Pabebeng Diva? Sumagot ka nga ng say present yourself. And so, para may add natin yung mga bagong dating. May mga nakita kasi akong bagong dating na wala pa. So, Oo. Meron yata ako na ilagay na yung move ko ng 8 p.m. yung victims. Wait lang, baka nasa ruleta yun. Yung kasing show na isa 8 p.m. Hindi po siya 7 p.m. Anyway, add na natin, well ago. Sino pa yung mga bagong dating? Nandito na ba si Antay TV? Parang wala yata. Ilagay natin yan. Antay TV. Sino pang wala, GAVarkadz? Sigaw lang kayo. Para masaya lang, kailangan lahat nandito. May Anfungo. Tingnan ko. Nandito ka na may Winona Diaries. Tingnan ko. Kararating mo lang ba? Diaries. Meron dito, Winona. Meron na. Okay na. Okay, Crisanto. Malamang nandito ka na kanina ka pa. Okay, Simply Jerry. Nasaan na ba yung Pabebeng Diva natin? Medyo hindi kasi ako nag-prepare nito. So copy-paste lang po ako. So I hope that everything is fine. Wow, everything is fine talaga. Ayan, di po sumasagot si Pabebeng Diva. Oo. Itinapon nyo na ba siya? Next na muna tayo, GAVarkadz. Mamaya na tayo mag-add kung sakali. Shuffle muna. Next na daw at nagugutom na si Ivory Tugnaw.
Yeah, baby.
Gutom na si Ivory Tugnaw. Andyan po kayo, sabi ni Pabebeng Diva. O, diba? Naglilista daw siya ng winners. Okay, thank you so much. Wala na kasi David Diana. Dito, Marky na lang pag-listahin mo ng winners. Babae, si Winona nagtatanong nanalo tuloy. Winona Diaries, congrats! Winona Diaries, nagtatanong siya, nandyan ba ako? Andito ka na nga, kayo nanalo. Si present, magpapaikot na ako, nandito naman to si Winona, kaka-comment lang. So, shuffle muna. Just say present, Winona Diaries, okay?
Yeah, baby.
Winona Diaries, say present ka na. Alam ko naman nandyan ka lang kaka-comment mo lang kahalos. Okay, nasa na yung Winona Diaries. Kailangan mo pa rin mag-say present. Winona Diaries, mag-say present ka. Say present ka ba? Ayan, Kisha Balane. Kisha Balane. Oo. Si Winona Diaries ba nag-present? O natulog? Ayan. Next winner is Kisha Balane. Kisha Balane. Ayan. Shower out. So parang wala si Winona Diaries to. Natulog. Nag-present na po si Winona Diaries. Thank you so much and congrats. So tapos si Kisha Balane. Si present Kisha Balane. Ayan. Nandito na rin si Kisha Balane. Ayan. Congrats. Ayan. So pangilan na to? Pang-anim na ba? Baka mag-abono po ako. Baka mag-abono po ako ha. Sabihin niyo kung pangilan na. Pampito na sabi ni GAV Community. And thank you so much to Sir Joseph, ang ating admin sa GAV Community. Ayan. So sige, tungo na tayo sa pampito. Pampito na to o pampito na yung kanina? Linawin natin ha.
Yeah, baby.
Ayan. And of course, thank you so much once again to Sir Ronnie V, BARRIO, our special guest and sponsor for the 10 raffles. Shout out. Pampito na ito, GAVarkadz. Nako, lalaki GAVarkadz, taga Zambales. Alam mo na, swerte ka mo to. Swerte ka sa parapol. Sa love life ba, swerte ka din? Lester Abuyo. Say present, Lester Abuyo. Lester! Shout out sa FB yata to. Si Lester Abuyo, mas delayed ng konti sa FB. Yan, Lester Abuyo. Okay, so magpapaikot na ako, mag-present ka na lang. So shuffle muna tayo. Check ko muna yung aking messenger. Baka may nadagdag, so wala naman. Okay na. So, it seems everybody is here already. Wow, ito na GAVarkadz. Next winner.
Yeah, baby.
Si Lester, congrats. Nandiyan ka na pala. Congrats, rest. Sorry naman. The next winner. Nako, babae GAVarkadz. Babae na naman. Nadis. Catherine Valencia. Yung mga, di ba, yung mga, magtanong nga rin kayo para manalo kayo. Yung mga nagtatanong. Ano? Catherine Valencia. Pangilan na to, pabebing diba? Shout out to our 62K viewers, GAVarkadz. Wow, sinasabi ko na eh. Ayan, shower out. Nasaan na si Catherine Valencia? Andito na siya, present na pala. Congrats, Catherine. Pangilan na to, GAVarkadz. Hello to Mami Daisy Esguera. Good afternoon, watching from work. Thank you so much. Ingat po kayo lagi, Mami Daisy. God bless po. From London, UK din siya. Nandyan ba sa ruleta daw si Jaisel Banares? Pang-8 daw si Catherine. Okay, pang-8. So direct pang-6 lang daw. Pag pag-aabonoin mo pa ako ng 2 Pang-4. Loko-loko tong si direct pababa ng pababa. Ano, ulit tayo ulit? Ayan, congrats. So, dalawa pa GAVarkadz. So, good vibes lang. Pag di pa kayo nanalo ngayon, malay nyo, hindi kayo manalo sa susunod ulit. Charot. Char lang, kayo naman. Kaya lang good vibes lang. Pag nanalo, di masaya. Pag hindi nanalo, di masaya lang. Masaya tayo para sa iba, di ba? Ganun lang yun. Yeah, baby! Makapagtanong nga din ha, andyan na po ba ako, Sir Gab? Sabi ni Ethelyn. Nandito ka. Last two na po to. Ang kaya, Bel. Oo. Alam mo, nandito kayo. Rainier Bajau. Si Rainier nasa Mindanao ka ba? Rainier Bajau? Alam mo, dami-dami kong mga kaibigan Bajau, tsaka Maranao. Oo, promise. Dito sa Olongapo, dami yun, tsaka sa Zambales. Diba? Sabi ni Dada, nanalo na ba ako? Hindi namin alam. Countdown yun. Countdown yun. Sorry naman, akala ko yung ano. Hindi mo nililinaw eh. Ayan, Rainier Bajau. Okay ha? Mag-shuffle na ako ng ruleta, Rainier. Mag-say present. Okay, shuffle tayo. Si Rainier yata na sa FB, no? Okay, shower out. Eto na.
Yeah, baby.
Rainier Bajau. Ayan, present. Congrats. Nagkanaban na si FB. So, pang 10 na to, malamang. Wow, Nanay Yolanda Mirador. from Olongapo City. Nanay Yolanda Mirador, ayan, shower out. Di ba? Shower out. Oo. May bisita tayo nagko-comment, may message kayo isa-isa. Oh. Bahala na kayong sumagot ha. Ingat-ingat lang sa pag-click ng mga link ngayon, GAVarkadz. Baka kayo ay ma-hack. Usually ganyan yan, di ba? Di ba sir, no? Sir Ronnie, no? Yung mga pag-click ng mga link, ganun-ganon. Ano, iniisa-isa kayo. Bahala kayo dyan ha. Basta ako pag may ganyan, di ko pinapansin. Bahala kayong papansin niya. It's all up to you, GAVarkadz. Okay? So yan, congratulations. Nako, 10 na, di ba, GAVarkadz? Kompleto na ba, Pabebeng Diva? Kompleto na ba ang ating 10 winners? Please say yes, yes or no. Ayan. So, GAVarkadz, thank you so much. And congrats to the winners. Tapos na, sabi ni Pabebeng, di ba? Congrats and thank you sa ating mga nakasama, sa ating program management team. Ayan, dito sa GAV, Community GAV. GAVarkadz, syempre, hindi po magpapaalam ng tuluyan dahil may part 2 pa tayo with Sir Ronnie. So just for this episode, GAVarkadz, ay magbibigay na ng kanyang hindi po last will and testament, kundi final words lang. Tanghalian na doon sa UK, dito naman sa atin, 7:16 na ng gabi. So, Sir Ron, please go ahead.
Good evening sa lahat ulit at saka salamat sa mga nandito ngayon na nakinig at nakibahagi sa programa ni Sir Gav at saka sa team. So maraming salamat po. At saka maraming salamat sa mga nag-click, nag-like, anong tawag doon, nag-thumbs up,
Dikit.
Nag-dikit, ano pa?
Ano pa bang yung kalembang?
Nagkalembang. So maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. Kung pwede niyo pong i-share, so maraming salamat ho. Tapos so masasabi ko lang ho na let's continue to celebrate lives kahit may problema, para less stress, everything all will be well. Laging merong ano bang tawag doon? Laging may liwanag. Kapag may dilim, laging may liwanag. So always make sure that we all celebrate our lives with love and with respect as well, and enjoy. And good evening again. And mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Wow, di ba? GAVarkadz, may sinasabi si Direk Jano lang yan tayo TV. Yung binababa ni Nightpot, legit yun. Legit. Legit daw yun, GAVarkadz. Oo, i-click nyo daw yung link. Oo, legit daw yun. Sorry, akala ko sa FB ka. Akala ko sa FB. Sa YouTube pala yun. Ayan, so thank you so much. Sorry, Direk. Patawad po ng 20,000 times. Pwede pa po ba sumali? Sabi, Jaan, sinasabi ko sa iyo eh. Inuna mo na naman yung di ba? Nako susunod ka na sumali, di ba? Thank you so much, GAVarkadz. Thank you so much, Sir Ronnie, at napakarami na mga biyaya pa ibibigay ni Lord sa iyo, sa iyong team, sa inyong mga ginagawang community outreach, sa inyong mga advocacies, yung pag-share mo ng blessings mo. So, more blessings when we share, di ba? So, higit pang papalitan ni Lord. So, from Mami Daisy, you look great, Ronnie. Wow. Diba? Mukha ka pong bata ngayon, sir. Mas mukha kang bata ngayon.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat, GAVarkadz, sa lahat na nag-stay at sa guest. Ayan, from Kuya Andy, sa mga winners. Maraming salamat. God bless. Yes.
God bless. So God bless to all.
So, GAVarkadz, this is the moment of truth. Kailangan natin mag-iwalay. The show has already run for 2 hours and 21 minutes. Diba? Excited na. So, pakakawalan na natin ating special guest. Thank you so much once again, GAVarkadz, for joining us. So, this is our conversation with this inspiring people or person, our special guest from London, UK, Sir Ronnie V. Del Barrio. Maraming salamat, GAVarkadz. Thank you so much to the program management team. Thank you, Sir Ronnie. Bye-bye, GAVarkadz. Ay, wait lang. Dito si Katina. God bless everyone.
God bless everyone. Bye. Thank you, Athena.
Thank you so much.
GAVarkadz, Cavs community and team.
Bye-bye, GAVarkadz. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.